What was the other one? Outriders.
Outriders, rated PG-13. Why you so obsessed with me,
Sure.
girl? Love, lying that you're
Lion got
making.
you. Oh shit, he got the tunes on, bro.
What? Oh, you.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, was the Sony Store thing a main topic?
I mean, we can still.
I mean,
We just need
we
three
touched on it,
topics.
but
We just need three topics, so we could just say
yeah, because
something.
we're
Okay.
gonna end up talking about 200 topics anyway. But yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
just
just
need
build up.
something. So it's like main topic. So everybody get y'all streaming ready, yo. Start streaming this shit so it can look like people was in this bitch. You gotta trick the fucking algorithm.
Oh, that was the other one. Why the fuck you lying?
Why the fuck you lying? I need to take some aspirin.
Oh my god.
I need to take some aspirin because I didn't drink no coffee today. That's fucking crazy. But I'm drinking some caffeine tonight.
Oh, I'm on that intermittent fasting life, dog.
Yeah,
Big dog.
I saw you on Instagram, yo. You were showing your legs. It was sexy. I liked it.
Did you like that shit, man?
I
I know
You
you
liked.
did.
like that shit?
I liked
Don't
it.
lie.
Chicken, that nice juicy chicken leg.
I was like, look at that sexy legs and sexy brown legs. I don't know why that word is funny to me. Legs. It's just such a funny word. I don't know why it is to me. I swear, like if I ever get like a wife, yo, I'll be like, I'll just say that shit. Give me your legs, yo. You are smashing the fucking keyboard, yo.
My mic sensitive.
This nigga playing World of Warcraft and shit.
I'm really not, yo. I'm not even really pressing it that hard.
Dog, it looked like you were as fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin, this fucking keyboard, yo. It's fucking German suplexed it. Nigga, don't you have a quiet key with quiet keys?
Nah, man. That's my mic, dude. My mic is sensitive.
Let me put on some lip balm, cause I wanna be sexy.
I'm too
No,
sexy
Pablo
for
said,
my throats.
Pablo said something about Battlefield. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about Battlefield news. Maybe you guys heard more about that.
I feel like we should
Nah,
just knock out the main characters, the main subjects, and then we can expand outward. See how we see how we like it. Yo, Dan is on some shit right now. I like it.
what? What do I do?
Maybe you guys heard more about
No, you extra energetic.
that.
Do you know why? Because my fucking family's not here, bro.
The fuck? I thought
The
you
niggas
liked.
aren't here.
I thought you liked family.
Yeah, but my wife, bro, it's like anything, dude. Everyone wants their own.
Why you trying to explain yourself?
Everyone likes their own time, bro. Fuck that bitch.
No, the truth really came out. My goodness.
I love that bitch, but fuck that bitch and fuck my kids. I love them too, but
Fuck them too.
Yeah, I already know
fuck
why,
them
yo.
too, nigga.
He needs some beat me off time.
Oh man, that's funny,
Oh
man.
yeah, I gotta
Dude,
return
I
to
just
him.
need the gyms to open. The gyms haven't been open since fucking November. We've been in lockdown, so and they're opening on April 12th, so 7 days. I'm
Oh, you
about
know
to
what, man?
bust the
Days.
biggest gym nut in the world.
Yo, they thinking about doing this fucking this what they say it was again? Um um vaccine
What the summer?
passports.
Oh,
Are you done
Yeah,
typing? What we doing?
you're good, man.
that shit's definitely gonna happen, bro.
Here, I'll mute my mic. Shit, it is kind of loud.
Mute that shit, nigga. No, I'm
Well,
joking.
the store, the store is open. Jesus Christ, the stream is going on right now, so we're live.
Okay.
So, welcome to PlayStation Podcast. We are at the podcast. Stop. But welcome to PlayStation Podcast. Uh, this is what's the name I call myself now? I just want to say Josh. We got Josh. We got Dan in here. We got Ken Kutaragi. What's good, people? What's going on with you, Dan? You just told us that you were home alone.
I'm home alone, like that, like Macaulay Culkin. And yeah, life is good, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Looking forward to chatting some PlayStation, and yeah, I don't know really what else to say, but welcome, join, stream, get involved in the chat.
What have you been playing lately? I know you've been playing some fucking soccer. I've been seeing you on Discord on some PC shit. I'm like, or whatever the fuck you were
Yeah,
doing.
do you know what? I've been
Do,
so
do you know
basically
what?
'cause I've been doing a lot of dialysis. So dialysis is taking over my life at the moment. So I'm in hospitals like 3 times a week. But I take my laptop, so I'm just fucking banging out Football Manager on Steam. So
Banging out that Pornhub.
yeah, man, I'm retired from that shit, bro.
Oh,
You can't.
my bad. X videos.
No, no sex. No,
How do you know?
You can't do no sex or nothing, right? While in.
X hamster.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know about all that shit.
Hold on, wait. You can't do. What do you guys say again? Whilst.
Well, fuck.
You say whilst.
What's whilst?
y'all version of
It's like,
y'all version of wild.
No, no, of course I can. Yeah, dude, I fuck, bro. Don't get it twisted. If I didn't fuck, you might as well kill me now, dog.
But during that, when you having dialysis, like, don't you have like a downtime with the sexual promiscuity?
Nah, bro. I'm horny, dude. I'll fuck every day. I'd fuck if I had no dick. I have a tongue.
But
he'll be rubbing that shit. Fucking scissoring that shit.
Somebody getting fucked.
how's it sound? How's it sound again?
Yeah.
Daddy, what you doing in there?
Oh man.
But yeah, we all good though. But yeah, I've just been playing Football Manager, and then what else have I been
How
playing?
is it? How is it, Football Manager? You actually move a character, or are you just kind of like looking at statistics?
Just stats and shit. It's spreadsheets. It's spreadsheet.
So
It's
like
fancy spreadsheets.
fantasy football, like.
Yeah, it's fancy spreadsheets, dude. To be honest with you, I played that so much, I'm getting sick of it now. So, and then don't kill me, Josh. Don't kill me because I'm about to talk about a Switch game and you're gonna slap the shit out of me when I mention this game. But I downloaded I downloaded fucking Animal Crossing, bro. I know.
No, because I needed to
I know
know
you're
how that.
disgusted.
No, I'm not. I've never been against Animal Crossing.
Yeah, because
I've never
do you
been
know what it
against.
was?
Actually, you know what game I've been against? What the fuck? What Pokemon is what I'm against? And Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been because I've been traveling so much recently. I'm having to do a bit of portable gaming. I'm like, I need some games, and then Animal Crossing is just a game where I'm just like, you just forget about shit, and it's just a time sink. And when I'm in there, because I'm in the hospital minimum like 4 hours at a time, so I'm in there and just time sink. So that helps. And then I downloaded Free Houses. This is what I wanted to quickly ask Ken about. I know it's a PlayStation podcast, so I do apologize, guys. But Ken, tell me that Free Houses gets better than what it is because it starts off very slow. Am I correct?
What's Three Houses?
Fire Emblem.
Oh man,
Does it get better? Because I want to stick with it.
how far are you into it? Like, how many hours have you put into it?
Maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Oh yeah. Stick with it, man. Trust me, because
Okay.
it does start off really slow, man. But after you get past the like getting into the mechanics and learning everything, it's incredible, man. It's amazing. Trust me. Just stick with it. You'll love it.
If you see my facial expressions right now, it's because I have this weird quasi headache. It's not. It doesn't hurt. It's making me feel weird, and I can feel like.
Do you think you're having caffeine withdrawal symptoms?
Yeah, absolutely. When I woke up today, I didn't have any because the gym closed at 12 o'clock over here because of Easter. But I was like, let me just bang this shit out. I didn't have time to, stop at the store and get me a cup of coffee. So Now that's why I'm kind of looking like I'm out of it, but I promise you I'm not. What about you, Ken? What have you been playing? I know you mentioned to me offline that you were playing Sackboy, Ball Sack.
Yeah, ball sack boy. Yeah. Yeah, man. I've been playing a lot of Sackboy the last couple of days. Um, I'm trying to get the platinum for it, so
Has it got
I'm
quite a
actually.
lot of replayability, Ken?
It's a co-op game.
Because
I
I
would
know
say
you got
so.
that quite early.
It's a
Yeah.
co-op.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Nice.
would say so.
It's a
Yeah, I mean,
co-op game, so I
if
don't
you're
think
into
so.
like, yeah, man. I mean, if you're like into like co-op stuff, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's hella fun. Especially now that they have the online aspect for it.
I feel like
When
you
they
should.
launched the game, it didn't have it. So
I feel like I don't think I wasted money because I like. To me, Sackboy feels too similar to Astrobot,
Astrobot, yeah.
right? And I like the
Oh,
and I
see,
like
that's
the
why I want to pick it up.
and I like the aesthetics of Astrobot better. I would think the game that we should have played together is It Takes Two.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I'm planning on getting that one. Pretty soon.
There's so much variety within that game. I really did. I thought it was like some kind of I thought it was like pixel art, 2D. I don't know where I got that from. But the more and more I see it, the more I feel like. But go on, continue, Ken.
No, man, you're good. I mean, if you got some more stuff to say.
No, because you playing ball sack and what else?
Yeah, I'm playing with my ball sack. Um, but yeah, I've been playing that. Um, just trying to finish it and get the platinum trophy. Yo, honestly though, I need somebody to help me finish it though because there's some levels in it that require more than one person. Um, and in order to get the trophies and stuff, I need to, do like 100% and all that. So I'll be hitting one of you guys up, probably you,
Yeah.
Josh.
Well, I'm probably gonna buy it this week because I've been holding off. I was hoping that it was going to go on sale for the big PlayStation Spring sale, and it doesn't look like they've put any PS5 games on sale. They're like, "Fuck you, niggas. We're not putting that shit on sale." So it's time to buy it, I think.
Yeah, you'll like it, man. I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I'm a
Especially
fan
your
of it,
stuff.
and the music sounds pretty good. Like, it just looks fun. Like, I
It's
thought it
like
was fun straight away.
it is extremely like Astrobot. It really is. Like it's uncanny. Like even pulling the little tethers and shit like that. Like it's too similar to me. But then again,
Yeah,
if you look at it in a different light, it's like an expansion of Astrobot. I just wish that it was Astrobot and the cute little
It
robot.
reminds
which
me
I
of
think is
Mario, like the old Mario games where you're on the map or whatever, and you go from one level to the other one, like Super Mario
that's
Bros.
that's the vibe that I got before it was released. So on the run up to the PS5, I felt like, oh, okay, Sony's making is really trying to make Sackboy their sort of. Sorry, I say Mario. I know you guys say Mario. Make Sackboy their Mario now with this sort of game. But okay, but you're saying it's more Astrobot vibes, Josh, in your opinion.
To me, it's a lot like it, especially since I'm very close to platinuming Astrobot, and what I've played on there was the variety is almost beat for beat. The
Oh,
only
I
thing,
love Astrobot, man. That game was
the only
amazing.
thing that Astrobot doesn't have is like a co-op thing, and
Which
Yeah,
is so
and
unfortunate.
I wish Astrobot was longer as well.
yeah,
I
I
love
mean,
that game
it
so
was
much.
really meant for people that just if you didn't want to spend the money and shit like that, then you had a free game.
Mm.
Plus, I don't know, man. I was working out to that GPU, so I was.
Yo, I love that
GB.
song.
Oh yeah, that's just on Spotify, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, I think they just released it. Yeah, on a bunch of
Yeah,
different platforms.
yeah, that
I haven't
soundtrack.
listened to it.
Oh, dude, Astrobot's so dope.
I didn't.
Yo, Astrobot took me by surprise. Like I love the VR version, but the one on the PS5, I love it, man. It's just it took me by surprise by how good it was.
Kid and I was talking about like how like who the character is, like how emotive it is, and you got like the fucking he don't have a mouth or anything like that, right? But you could tell that he's smiling, like hard cheesing. And I was like, how the fuck can you tell? But he has no mouth. And it's like the eyes is just so funny.
It's so expressive.
You know what I mean? And I told Kid I was like, yo, you can make anything look cool, uh, look cute, adorable if you put like little chicken legs and make them run like around with little chicken legs. I don't know why that shit's so funny to me, yo. But
Yo, honestly,
yeah.
honestly, man, I've been kind of, I don't even know why, man, but I've been kind of on this like nostalgia kick lately, man. I mean, like I've been wanting to play like Legend of Dragoon for some reason, like
Nigga, did you
hardcore.
beat Parasite Eve?
Parasite Eve? No, I didn't beat it yet, man.
No. So
Hit,
Parasite Eve,
what, but
Parasite
I
Eve,
gotta.
Tomb Raider, and then Legendary Dragoon. Since you've never played those games.
I have an excuse though.
I don't want to hear it.
I was trying to figure out how to because you know Parasite Eve
You
has
said you
two
fixed
discs.
it. You said you fixed it though.
I did, but I never got around to finishing the game though. But yeah. But that's the issue that I ran into. Um, I was playing it, and then you know Parasite Eve has two discs on the original PS1, and the emulator that I'm using on my computer. You have to. It doesn't come natively to like be able to like whatever switch the discs mid game. So I
Yeah.
had to figure out a way to switch the ISOs on my emulator. But I figured out how to do it. But anyway, I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna finish it. As a matter of fact, man, my plan was, to be honest with you, man, was to finish Sackboy, get the platinum for that one, and then probably do Parasite Eve, and then I wanted to finish another game too. But Sackboy
No,
and
I
Parasite Eve,
think you
those were
ended
the.
up finishing the medium, right? Yes.
What'd you say?
Did you finish the medium?
I did. Yeah, I did finish the medium. Um, it was okay. I mean, I still think you know all of the people who were like I don't know sucking that game off. You know, like it wasn't like as great as everybody said it was.
No,
I
because
mean, but it was good though. It was
it was a
interesting.
Game Pass situation, and that's why it got sucked off pretty nicely. Just for the sake of keeping everything flowing with the juices, I'm gonna tell you what I've been playing lately. I didn't, I wasn't aware that I was like 96% complete with Infamous Second Son.
Oh,
Oh,
for the
nice.
platinum.
I've been like that for years, right? I didn't know. I didn't think that you had to play the bad version of Delson, but they get the platinum. And I'm like, I don't ever like picking the bad side of things. I just don't. Right? He's such a dick in this. The bad version is so. He was already grating my nerves in the first place, but he's so annoying. And how dare you do that to Betty? Oh man,
Have you seen the bad ending?
no, I've seen it before years ago. Cause I didn't think
Oh,
I wasn't into it. I wasn't into making him an asshole. So he was already ass douchey enough. But I've been like you on a nostalgia kick. I beat. I'm getting very close to beating Miles Morales again.
Nice.
Um,
What, when you say beat, do you mean like platinum or
no,
just
no,
beating the game?
beating the game again. I've already beaten it before, but I took a break from it.
Okay.
There's certain things I'm not really liking about that game. Not really feeling. Like the animations are top tier. There are a lot of OP like abilities that they should have balanced the game a lot better.
oh, the like the Venom attacks.
There's a lot of things that are just way OP, and then the controls are like very like sticky, and you can't control it the way you want to. Like sometimes you want to lock onto a character, and he'll just stick somewhere else or zip to somewhere else. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it. Yeah, he's just a broken character, and to me, like a lot of the shit, and even some of the web slinging, you don't have the freedom that you would like with the web slinging because you can only do like certain diagonal or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Nothing is like analog feeling. But for the most part, if you can exploit what's there, it's really nice. The mission structure, like stealth, like why do you even need stealth? And then I don't like the virtue signaling in that game. Like I don't need you to make me feel relive George Floyd or black people getting shot up again and again.
This is our Spider Man.
Huh? It
This
was
is
that
our
that was
Spider
the
Man.
least offensive one. It was just like him was like, oh my god, is he gonna really shoot him? What did he do wrong? Give me that camera. You're not going to record us. I was like, shut the fuck up, man. He eats bullets for breakfast. And then when he gets captured, right, with the Tinkerer, he's like, what did he say? They was like, oh, there's no cameras watching now. Like, come on, man. That's not how cops roll. Like, stop. It was just, that type of shit was irritating me. Other than that, I'm playing that when I'm playing Spider-Man, the original PS4 version. I just want to see the graphics. It is a huge difference. I didn't pay attention. Like, Spider-Man PS4 is a very clean-looking game. But it's just, oh, man. Then now I'm playing Ratchet and Clank, man. I'm like, gosh, leave me alone, PlayStation. Let me finish my games without you updating shit again.
Oh yeah, I've just got Ratchet installed. I'm gonna definitely play through that. I'm gonna start that this week actually. Probably start that tomorrow.
Yeah, that shit runs. That shit runs like flawlessly. Like there's just it doesn't drop in frames. And I've noticed that shit myself.
Really?
It's
Nice.
it runs it like it's a PS1 game. Meaning that it's just no sweat. It just burns through. Like there's nothing you can do to drop the frames. Like nothing.
I still have to go back and get the platinum for that one.
So I mean, I'm still. Yeah, hey, yo, Dre. That part kind of hit me. I felt it. What part, man? What you talking about? You better not be talking about some SJW bullshit.
He's talking about Spider-Man for sure.
That part hit me. Oh, so he was gonna beat his ass like he was gonna die, yo. He just got ran through by Rhino. Like he fucked up. Like Rhino fucked him up multiple times, and he survived a explosive building. But all of a sudden, he couldn't take a glow stick though. Okay.
It's true though. It's true.
That's the type of shit that they need to fix. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope that this is not a trend in PlayStation gaming. Starting off with the subject, we're gonna segue into our first subject for today, which is this has been talked about like ad nauseum. I'm tired of talk about this shit. I've spoke about it on my own podcast. I was thrashed twice. Oh man, this is so exhaustive. But every time I speak upon the MLB moving over to GamePass, it gives me some more clarity as to what's going on. So since I've already had enough, I want to know what Dan thinks about this whole Game Pass thing. The whole like, let me give you some things to kind of base off of, like go off of. Number one, why do you think this is happening? Number two, what do you think is going to happen in the future? And just number three, what do you think about in general about this whole situation or debacle? Does it affect you? Does it affect PlayStation's culture? What else?
Okay, let's get into this. So, why is this happening? In my opinion, yeah. In my opinion, why is this happening? First and foremost, let's not forget this one clear thing. Yeah, PlayStation had no choice. They had to create the game for Xbox. If they didn't make the game available on other platforms, they would have lost their license. So that's first and foremost why it's on Xbox and why it had to happen.
Now pause. Now pause. I want everybody to understand that I think EA was going to take over the license if Sony didn't. They were like in some sort of struggle.
Yeah.
So all right, go on. That's all I want to say.
No, that's cool. So that's first and foremost. So once you get in your mind, okay, fine, it has to go on another system. So okay, whatever. So now niggas are tripping like, oh, but it's on Game Pass. Now you have to realize, this is how I see it. If I was a Sony executive, this is how I would see the whole situation. First and foremost, I didn't want the shit on Xbox. Yeah, this shit's been exclusive for years. I don't want it to go on Xbox, but you know what? We've been forced into an issue now. It has to go on Xbox. Okay, it has to happen. So fuck it. Let's get some money from Xbox for this. Let's cut a check with them because Microsoft paid Sony to put it on Game Pass. That's a fact. So the fact that it's gone to Xbox, fuck it. Let's take the money. Now, in the long run, does that seem bad to the PlayStation fans? Yes. Now, I've got my executive hat on, by the way. Yes, that might seem bad, but in reality, dude, it's baseball. Like, like I don't know. Maybe it's just me, and maybe it's me being British. I mean, I lived in
Oh,
America
yeah,
for nearly 10 years.
yeah. I heard what he said, right? He didn't say British. He said British.
Yeah, but bro, I lived in America for 10 years, and I'll be real with you. When I was in America, baseball weren't popping either, bro. No, who's checking for baseball, bro?
People in New
I'm
York
just
though, I will say that people in New York, they what's his Aaron Judge? He was the guy that sparked the life back into baseball. By the way, him being young and just having a face. He was like the Steph Curry.
yeah. I mean, I get it, but nigga, baseball and it's not NBA, bro. It's not NBA. It's not basketball. And I know you don't like soccer, but it definitely ain't soccer, bro. It's baseball, bro. Like on a bigger scale, like on the PlayStation scale, PlayStation, like this isn't Xbox right now. PlayStation. I'm
Wendigo,
talking
we're gonna
a
talk about
hundred
that.
million,
We're gonna talk about that Wendigo for sure.
100 million plus consoles are shifting for this like platform. Yeah, bro. Niggas aren't checking for baseball outside of America, bro. So
Well,
on the bigger
a
scale,
little
like
bit in Japan, a little bit.
a smidgen,
I think baseball is more popular in Japan.
a
Um,
smidgen, bro.
yeah, than
How
it
many
is here.
said? How much is MLB selling in Japan? Let's keep it a bean.
Well, what I'm saying is that because they have their own glorified thing, but that's one of the reasons why Sony has it. Going based
Yeah,
off
but
of
I'm
this
just
deal,
saying,
but
like, let's keep it a fact. So, how
It's
much is
America.
MLB?
But I don't have these
Yeah,
numbers, but it's America because this is definitely an American sport. It is Japanese, so that is definitely not all over the
but
fucking
people are
world.
losing their minds. Like The Last of Us is on Game Pass. Like
It's
this,
the ramifications. It's a
I think
PlayStation.
it's more so the principle behind it, not so much the game. Like it was kind of like Outriders, going to Game Pass day one. Like nobody's really checking for that game. Like let's be honest. I mean, it looks mid as hell.
yeah, but
But I think
PlayStation only put the game on Xbox because they had to.
Well, there's
I
Like
more.
they're
think
forgetting that one
There's
issue.
more to it than that. Cause and I'm gonna go into it when it's my turn. But it's people don't give a fuck about the logic. Notice if you look at people and how they operate now, they operate off of emotion. There's no logic in today's age. It's just emotion.
Yeah, I know, man. I ain't got time for that bullshit, bro.
Right?
I'll be real with
You
you.
could give somebody a really you could I my job personally, right? I'll sit there and
Yeah,
tell people, hey yo, I'm telling you straight up, we can't make this shit free for you. Like, period. We can't. It costs fucking money. I know, but what about me though and my feelings? Bitch, everybody's in a fucking pandemic. I can't believe you still charge me full price for my services during a pandemic. I just can't believe it. Like you guys make billions upon billions of dollars, and you have the audacity, like I'm struggling here, and I'm like, every fucking body's struggling. Who are we gonna pay? That's not our shit. We borrowing it, and then giving it to you. I know, but I just went internet only, and you guys don't make money off of it. I said, let me explain something to you, right? Because I work for a cable company, right? I said,
yeah.
the fuck I say this just in case anybody doesn't know. I say when you plug in the coaxial into your modem or TV or whatever the case is, what do you think is the power from that? Where do you think that power comes from? What do you mean? I said it's electricity. We have to use electricity to create like a Morse code so your modem could read this shit and then translate that into the fucking World Wide Web. Essentially. The more people that is using internet, the more power we need. We have a light bill to make this shit work. She looked. But what about me though? Like you can't you can't the logic is not there. So you can explain all day and all night to people. People don't care about that. It's all about optics. This is an age of optics right now. You know what I mean? So I guess my next question to you, Dan, is what do you think is going to happen past this point with this new ramification?
Nothing. The only thing that's gonna nothing. Like the thing is, nothing. Like there's nothing to do because you have to understand this, yeah, and it sounds terrible, but it is what it is, yeah. Corporations don't give a fuck about a small echo chamber that's on a social media platform, bro.
They do though.
Because
They do.
they do and they don't. But like this here, how can I how can I put this clearly? Like, bro, the MLB outrage, yeah, isn't stopping the average Joe from buying a PS5, bro. It's just not.
It,
Like that's
but
just not.
again, this is the reason why social media is in disarray. And Umar, I did see what you said. I believe they're definitely going. This is like probably going to be the last year that Sony's going to fuck with the MLB. I think that's it. But I'll talk about that when it's my turn. What I think is social media, right? It's so big. Don't you know that Amazon hired a Twitter mob to say that they were doing right and post and retweet that shit?
Yeah, I get that, but like on a grander scale, bro, I'm being real. Like, how can I put it? Like, obviously, I fuck with you guys on a video game level, but most people that I know in real life that play video games, bro, they don't give a fuck, bro.
They don't.
Buy a
And
PS5, bro.
at some point, these corporations are going to learn that it's not worth it. So, for instance, Disney, right? Disney's been on this fucking crusade of being virtuous, right? I'll say it like
Oh,
that
yeah,
instead of saying what
yeah.
I'm saying.
They
They're on
started
this.
pissing me off.
They're on this crazy crusade on being virtuous, right? They fired one person. That's Gina Carano for her own fucking political opinion. Has nothing to do with the fucking show. You know what I'm
Yeah, that
saying?
shit was.
That's
Can I just say on
that's
record that shit's fucking
it
ridiculous.
is. Most people think that's ridiculous. The average person, right? There's a whole the fucking Dr. Seuss, all these other fucking people, right? They are trying so hard. Even okay, so oh, fuck, it's so much. So Disney Plus, when they did that to her, the ratings dropped for the WandaVision and it dropped for the fucking the Falcon nigga. Nobody like people are like, I'm done with fucking. And then the Star Wars, right? The black guy that's supposed to be like a Jedi or whatever. They talk
Oh
about
yeah.
they talk about oh, what we're gonna do here is we appreciate when it was Black History. We appreciate all Black history, right? You know what I mean? And then when they sell it to fucking when they sell it to China, they shrink that nigga into a fucking speck, a black speck on that fucking thing, because they don't like black people over there. So all
Yeah.
this virtue signaling is not it's they know what it is, and they're starting to see now like these loud ass fucking people is it's not that's not it. You know what I'm saying? What they will do in the future is probably hire a Twitter mob of people to say that they're doing good, like what Microsoft I believe is going on with Game Pass. Microsoft has a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of people shilling for Game Pass, and it's being absolutely rejected by the majority of the people, which we will talk about as well. Actually, I'll touch upon it now. Outriders is not available on Game Pass day and date like it is on the Xbox platforms. You have to pay
Oh,
full
you mean on the
on the
PC? You
PC.
mean?
You have to
Yeah.
pay full price for Outlanders or Outriders rather.
Yeah.
But it sold the most. 50% of Outriders sold on PlayStation's platforms, and then majority of it sold on the PC. It's literally number one on the PC, and it's not even working properly. And then you have Game Pass. All this Game Pass talk, like you can say all day and all night that you're virtuous and you care about the consumer and shit like that, but ultimately people want to own their games. It's nice to pick up, Game Pass for like a shitty game that you're not sure of, but we used to have demos to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now that no company wants demos anymore because they don't want you to see if the game is really shitty, people will be like, "Nah, I'm good," and they waste all that money. They want to trick you into this shit. Like PlayStation when PS4 came out, PS4 was going to allow you to use Gaikai to stream any game for an hour to see if you want it or not. Almost every publisher said absolutely not. We want the customer to see if they like the game or not when they purchased it, rather than using. And it's like, oh, are you that afraid that your game is not that good? I think, and you can. I'm gonna ask you this. I think that Sony is going to be like. I think Sony is. I was on Thrash's podcast, and a lot of PlayStation because of the optics, and they're small. They're a minority for sure. But I think that Sony is. They didn't see this in the clauses and shit, And there's a couple of things that they could do. A, they could make like a DLC that's free for us. You know what I mean? To clear up the optics, and they can still make some money. B, they're gonna make it free for PlayStation Plus for like a month. You know what I'm saying? Or C, they're gonna
Yeah.
wait this shit out, right? And then prove to everybody that Game Pass really doesn't make that much fucking money because Microsoft is on borrowed time with Game Pass. Right now, it's in a let's see how this works phase. And after a year, no matter how many subscribers they got, if the developers and publishers aren't seeing the returns that they want, they're gonna be like, cut this shit. I'm done. I'm done. They took that shit off of PS Plus, these demos. That's why. Yeah, I remember that shit. Um, and I think that Sony is probably in the last option. I think that they're going to wait and see. They may do a little bit of a DLC, free hats or whatever the fucking case is, to sweeten the pot. Because they already have the statistics for Xbox people and then PlayStation people and who does what where. And they're probably going to be like, yo, I'm just going to wait this shit out. MLB must have did some kind of slimy ass, because I guess that was a clause. Sony, if they were going to publish it, it had to be on Game Pass at some point. And Sony was probably like, nah, I ain't with that. Because I believe in the traditional model. And then MLB stepped in there to publish the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then Microsoft must have told them, yo, we can get so many people on board, potentially, because remember, this is all potentials. And then they just buy money for DLC. So a couple points. MLB is the lowest selling sports game ever. They make money, but it doesn't make like the 2K football and the 2K NBA and shit like that. It doesn't make anywhere close to that. And the monetization and the microtransactions on these games are out of control. Much, much more crazy on those games than MLB. Which is probably why we don't have any DLC for it, because everybody's complaining about microtransactions. Dan, what you gotta say about all that?
Nah, I think you've raised some very interesting points there. A couple of things to touch on though, and that I think, and especially with Game Pass, one thing that I think people need to remember as well is that with Game Pass, like they don't really have to make any money. I know this sounds crazy, yeah. I know this sounds mad. Just hear me out on this, yeah. Don't be surprised in the next 4 to 5 years they don't make any money, but they still continue Game Pass because Game Pass doesn't need to make money. Yeah, because the idea and the state of the world that we live in now in most industries, it's about getting that subscription, which sounds crazy, I know, but it's about getting a subscription. It's like Netflix. Netflix don't make any money,
They made a
but yet
they made a
every
profit
year,
last year.
oh, for the first time,
But
and
people
how
don't
long has Netflix been out?
people don't understand. The profit is a profit for that year alone. There are still like $15
Okay,
billion
but
in debt. But go on.
yeah, but the fact is they don't really make that much money, and they may have made profit this year, but they haven't made profit in how many
A
years?
decade.
But they still pump in hundreds of millions every year on content. Why? Because dude, it's just a way. I know it sounds people don't want to hear it, but it's the way entertainment's going. It's even the fact, even movies. They said it would never happen to new movies. Cinemas are always going to exist. Okay, that's great. Until something like a pandemic happens, and it's like actually, we can just release movies now on streaming platforms.
It's doing so
Or
bad. It's doing so bad now. There was only one movie that was successful, right? Because
yeah, but
They
yeah,
thought Tenet was going to kill it, and it didn't. They thought Wonder Woman was going to kill it, and it didn't.
yeah, but it will take a big movie. So
Godzilla. But hear me out, God, because like they'll say movies, right? They'll say that
mm,
its opening box office weekend was like 200 million, right? And that's really good. You know what I mean? That's a quarter of $1 billion, right? So
yeah,
we in a pandemic, right? And this movie comes along that's not trying to be politically charged. Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong, whatever the fucking movie is, right? That movie did 46 million in the movie theaters at half capacity.
yeah, I get that. But then at the same time,
People are
like
like, and I
Kong's to me, I'm talking about when I say a big movie. I think for me, the best way to measure that case study will be when a big movie drops. To me, Kong's not a big movie. Let's see when an Avengers drops. in streaming. Do you know what I'm saying? When they bring a colossal movie to the streaming platform, I think we see the difference
It would have
because
killed the movie industry a long time ago. I'm gonna say this: just like a console player has their place, and a PC people have their demographic, and phone people have their demographic. You're never going to get rid of the people who want the physical content. You may
but
be able to expand like subscription services, but you're never going to get rid of the people who want their own
yeah, but you
thing.
don't have to. But dude, you can still buy Blu-ray movies. Like this is my whole thing. It's like you can still buy Blu-rays. Like no one's debating that. No one's debating physical. But what I don't understand is where people love physical and shit, and they and they're okay. They're now accepting downloads. It's like when it comes to things like Game Pass, it's like no, definitely not. But then it doesn't make any sense because in every other industry, like the shit has progressed. It's happened in music. It's happened in TV. Cable companies laughed at Netflix and things like that. Oh, this shit ain't gonna last.
It didn't last.
Amazon shit ain't gonna work.
It didn't last in the cable company. It definitely didn't. I'm gonna tell you this right now. And in terms of Spotify and shit like that, um, it morphed into something different because the artists just don't make any kind of money. So what it's used for is just straight advertisement. And then where the artists get their money is from physical venues.
Well, all I'm saying is I know for like you can just look at the figures. Cable companies in terms of TV content, most cable companies now are making their money from the internet, not from TV viewing around the world. I don't know about the US. I can only speak for the UK.
No,
People aren't fucking with cable anymore,
you're
bro.
right. You're right. But here's the thing. Here's how the cable company is clawing back their money. Um, People do want to watch, and it's not just internet. The reason why they're doing this, right? You want to know why people are not watching TV? There's nothing compelling on it. People are not even watching Netflix like that either until something compelling comes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
They're waiting for
But like,
they're waiting for good content, and that's what Microsoft is failing to understand. They're waiting for good content, and you just quantity that never fucking works.
yeah, but you have to remember though, like
Oh
this
yeah,
is what I don't get with the whole.
we gotta get Ken's information in there. But go on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, one last thing though with Microsoft as well.
Oh man,
We
go
have
ahead.
to
You
give
guys are
the
good. I'm just listening.
one last thing with Microsoft, and this is what I don't get. This is gamers are so fickle, right? Because obviously we
Fickle like a
understand what
pickle.
quality is. Hold on. Hear me out. We understand what quality is. PlayStation delivers fucking AAA quality. They do, yeah. And everyone's like, oh, Microsoft can't do that shit. Okay, dude. How long does it take to create some great AAA games? These niggas have just bought the studios, bro. Like,
They bought the studios in 2017, and they have nothing. Even if we haven't even seen a fucking glimpse, we haven't smelt a whiff or nothing of these games. These
we've
supposed
also
games.
got if the but hold on a minute. But okay, but then for me, I live very much in the world of when the
Give
shit
me 1 second.
drops,
1 second.
I can pass my opinion on it. Like, I don't know. Am I being crazy here, Ken? I feel like when a game drops, right, then we can pass judgment. Like, for me, it's just like, if them niggas come out with nothing, if they drop the games and it's like, bruh, you waited 5, 6 years to bring this, then shit, I'm turning up. But if they come out with a banger, it's like, yeah, you know what? This game's been in development for 5 years. Here it is. This is out. Oh shit, this shit's a 9 or 10 or whatever. Then it's like, oh, okay. What can we really say? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess you know,
Niggas want games in 2 years. It's like, bro, like you
No,
want games in two
we
years,
don't
then you're
want
gonna
it.
end
We
up
don't
with a seven.
necessarily want it 2 years. We want to see what it is. And the
It's
best
not
thing,
ready.
but here's the thing. That's what demos and
see,
E3 and shit like that was like.
see, this is what
We still haven't
my
had.
problem is, and you know,
Yeah, but I don't know, man. We're in a different scale, blood. It's like when they're about to bring the new Avengers, bro. I don't want to see a trailer, bro. Show me the movie when it's made, bro. Like I don't get it. Like
You are in a minority. People are extremely impatient. I will say that, and this is what they're capitalizing on. They want people to buy shit
they
now.
should they're playing, but Josh, bro, like we have to remember, like they're making Super Nintendo games anymore, bro. They're
No,
breaking the
we're not
fucking.
saying to release a game every 2 years, but at least
But
you
I'm
can
just saying, like
show
the
the game.
graphics, like
You
they're
know what I'm
getting
saying?
bigger and better. Like,
I
come on.
know, but they haven't showed it in so long. You're showing stuff.
We're
from this.
cooking.
I know, but
We're ready to drop.
you're showing stuff from the developers that you purchased that were already making shit. You've already bought shit back in 2017, and it takes, and I already know this, it takes about 2 years to get some shit off the ground as you can show something. They don't want to show anything because they probably don't have it. They don't care. All the money that they're investing in is advertising Game Pass, and they're just buying other people that's already making shit. Fucking Bleeding Edge is already being made. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they gave them money to make Bleeding Edge.
Well, my humble opinion, I think Game Pass is the motherfucking Trojan horse, bro. And everyone's like, what the fuck's this horse? What's this horse, dog? And blood.
I like the fact that I love it. I love it. I love that you are against the grain with this shit. You know, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I love the fact we can't have everybody in agreement. Somebody had to be the contrarian. What you gotta say, Ken? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I went a bit ham there.
Oh no, you guys are good, man. I mean, you pretty much said most of it in terms of the whole thing.
What's your no? That's our opinion. What is your opinion on it? Like in terms of Game Pass, why do you think this MLB thing happened? And then what do you think is going to be happening moving forward? Your opinion.
In my opinion, honestly, man, I think Sony got caught in a situation that they didn't necessarily suspect. To be honest. You know, I mean, I think there is a possibility that maybe they did pay Microsoft to actually get their game onto Game Pass. No matter the fact that, you know, any way that they look at the situation, they're not really benefiting from it.
Nope.
You know, but in my opinion, I think that more than likely they were just kind of caught with their pants down. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they were already put in a...
Then they saw that BBC.
Yeah, then they saw that BBC. I mean,
black console.
Well, now it's white now, so I don't know. They probably don't have a. They got a Jim Ryan cock.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know, man. I mean, I think they were pretty much put in a situation that they didn't really have any say in. You know, I mean, and I was kind of saying this back in the day, man, when they first announced that MLB was going to go to Game Pass. I mean, not Game Pass, but Xbox. You know, that this shit might actually happen. You know what I'm saying? Like to fucking you know, I was actually saying that I think that they should drop that license back then, man. You know, but it is what it is. I mean, they had their studio and it was established and they were already making money from it at the time.
Damn, that's such a strong statement. You just make strong ass statements, yo. God.
No, but I mean, I figured at the time, you know, when they announced that it was going to Xbox, that it was like, okay, whatever. You know, Sony's going to be publishing it. They're still going to make it, but they're going to get the cut of it, right? But this whole situation where now that we're figuring out that MLB was the one that published the Xbox version for it, you know, Sony's probably not even making the lion's share of the money going, you know, coming from whatever Xbox and Game Pass or whatever.
Probably nothing. You know what I mean? Like MLB probably gave them the money to develop the game and kept it moving.
Yeah, and in my opinion, man, I think they should drop that license, man. And I know it's not that simple. You know, I know it's more complicated than that. I've been kind of listening to some other people's opinions on this as well. You know, at the end of the day, you know, they still have to make money and they still have to pay the developers and stuff like that, right? You know, but honestly, I think this was some underhanded stuff, man. And, you know, and it comes down to the fact that Microsoft has one of Sony's first party studios games on their platform for a cheaper price. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so you're taking
it's not really a cheaper price. It's rented. And there's no renting.
You know what I mean, though.
No, I know,
like,
but you have to specify.
Have access to it.
No, for the people who are watching, you have to specify every fucking time. Yes, I do know what you're talking about. Every fucking time. Because people are going to be like, I get it for free. No, you fucking don't. You pay for Game Pass. What you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, they have access to it for, like, a lower barrier to entry than, you know, spending $70 on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? And... you know, whatever. I think it was. I mean, shit. Sony. I don't know, man. I feel like they should have been a little bit more forward thinking with this. To be honest,
It happens though. It happens because look at this, right? Sony literally built SquareSoft to what it is, right? They low key built Grand Theft Auto to what it is as well too. You know what I'm saying? Because if Grand Theft Auto didn't have that platform, that user base, it wouldn't have sold anywhere near it. We already got quality games like Resident Evil 4. That was a fucking console seller, and it still didn't really sell anything. That they had to still make it multi-platform because of the demographic is different on Nintendo than it is with Xbox, than it is with PlayStation. Sony should have secured a lot of things,
like a contingency.
like they should have did a lot of things, but sometimes you don't think that it's going to be. And to be honest with you, I think that MLB just wasn't selling that well, in general. I just think it wasn't. I mean, it sells well, but not to the point where it was just like filler material. It doesn't sell like any other sports game. It's just the least selling sports game there is. It's just and people say, oh, it's because it's on one console. And that's probably what got MLB like shook up. Ultimately, I think Sony is going to let this shit go. Just straight off the optics.
Honestly, man.
But I think they're going to allow MLB to see why they operate the way that they operate. Now, there's some things that I want to actually address in the chat here. Right? Now, I'm going to go back to Umar said Dre said Destruction All-Stars and Returnal. They showed their games much before, the game was released. They actually showed Destruction All-Stars, right? A year before it came out. They showed that shit when they announced the PlayStation 5 and showed everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's
a clip.
That doesn't matter. They still showed something. And that's
Yeah,
all. And it doesn't matter if it's trash or not. All we're asking for is to show what you're making. You ever had your mom? You ever had your mom in the kitchen, right? She may be making something. You take a little piece, it may not be done. Like let's say like the cake, like she's baking a cake. And
that shit smells good. You're like, what the hell is that?
You lick a little bit of the batter and shit like that. And you run out. You know what I'm saying? So.
Man, you niggas want to go to strip clubs. I don't want no strip tease. I want pussy.
No, we don't want a strip tease. We just want to know what we fucking get. Now imagine, let's use that example, Dan. Imagine you talking to this girl, and this girl said, "I can't wait to go to UK. I can't wait to go over there. Oh, you don't know, I'm gonna put the hurt.
I'm ready, come.
Yo, you were like, shit. Yo, but you don't even know what the fuck she looked like. You just say, yo, I got this bomb ass pussy, right? This pussy bomb, yo. And then she finally gets, what's your address? 123 Jump Street. Bet I'm gonna be there this day. Wait, hold on, wait. Since you wanna play this, you wanna play these games. She goes to your house, right? And not only is she fat as shit, but she's a transgender with a penis. Now, what you gonna do?
Listen, she wouldn't even got to my house. She wouldn't have got to my house, bro.
He's gonna hit it from the back. That's
what he's going to do. He'd be like,
GamePass,
yeah, pussy pass.
When she's ready to fuck, when she's not ready to strip, I don't want to see a strip tease.
Pussy pass.
When you're ready to fuck, let me know what you look like. When you're ready, I want to see what you are. Don't show me something if you're not coming to my house for 5 months, bro.
So they're not going to be ready. They're not going to be ready until the day of.
Bro,
when are they going to show it?
Give me a week's notice. So I can get some money for the hotel.
A week's notice. All right, bet. Don't say nothing about your games. Nothing.
Give me a month
until a week before it comes out and be like, bam, here you go.
I don't want to talk about it because you know what it is. Do you know what it is? I get a limp dick too many times from these games, bro. How many times, bro, have you seen a video game? Oh, the preview looks great. Look at all this, bro. And when you finally play the game, it's nothing like the previews, bro.
Well, bullshit. Destruction also.
That's why I agree. I agree with what that what Colin said in Sacred Symbols one time, bro. Previews of video games are bullshit because half of the time, 99% of the time, bro, the game is nothing like the preview.
Well, ever. Sony changed the fucking game in PS3 days by actually giving you like that vertical slice. That it looks like it plays like it, and everything else. Like they did with the God of War thing. We knew what to expect, and so it sold 10 million. You know what I'm saying? Horizon Zero Dawn. We knew what to expect, and 2 years later, it sold 10 million as well. And the list goes on and on. In terms of Destruction All-Stars, everybody was
Do we
like,
know
that
what to
shit
expect
look,
with that?
everybody was like, that shit is iffy as a motherfucker. $70 for what?
$70.
People was like, I mean, I can see what it is.
So if that's the case, then most people still don't know what Returnal is.
But they already showed us gameplay footage.
Well, to some extent, because I mean, there are some parts of the game that they didn't really get into.
There's
But you know,
a lot of the game that they didn't get into, and people are still gonna be like, "Well, I'm buying that day one," but you don't know what it's about.
but you know what? There are quite a lot of people though, man, who are just like, yo, I don't know if this game is worth the money.
At
You know what I'm
first,
saying?
at first, and then they showed more and more gameplay, and now what it is. You remember I made a title in the podcast. Is Returnal even worth $70? And now I'm all for that shit, yo. I'll pay that shit easy. I know what to expect now, but the point of it is to get your attention first. Okay, you got my attention. I want to see more. All right, cool. They showed more. Now I'm going to get it. Day one. It's the end of the discussion. My point is this, right? So we can move on to the next topic, right? Let me see what there was some points that Wendigo and Umar and Dre said, right? So you mentioned.
I mean, I think
You mentioned, Umar, that shit is soft, right? PlayStation is soft. They're getting too soft.
PlayStation pussy.
Bussy.
you know what, man. Like, because Dan was talking about, like why, like in Game Pass, right? Where whatever when a game comes out, like say 4 years later, and it's a bomb and everybody loves it, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that per se. My only issue with what's going on with Game Pass is the fact that they really haven't showed anything like up until now. You know what I'm saying? So you have all these people who are waiting like years for games that you don't really know what to expect.
It's been a
Like
promise. It's been a hope and a prayer, man. This has
yeah,
been
like
a
right.
fucking wish, a hope, and a prayer about the potential of what it could be.
Yeah, like what it possibly could be. And it's a very possible scenario, right? Where when those games drop, they're gonna be bangers. You know what I'm saying? And when it does drop and it is a banger or whatever, and people love it, and it's like, okay, cool, then the wait was worth it, right? But at the same time, there's also the possibility that when the game drops, like you just waited 4 years for this crap, and the whole time you were waiting, you didn't really have anything. You know what I'm saying? See, like, I don't even really hate on people who are just like, yo, the games are gonna come, because like even in the PS4 days, right? When they showed God of War, they showed that back in 2016. We had to wait for 2 years for the game to come out before we actually.
Same thing with Horizon, I believe.
Yeah. So I'm not even really hating on the people who are waiting for the games to come out. It's just
every game doesn't have to be a slap either. Though on game, I don't get this on Game Pass. It's like the same thing with Disney Plus or Netflix. Like, bro, not every TV show they release don't have to be dope. But if they have 2 or 3 that's sick, it's like, come on, like, I don't know. I'm living in a different world to motherfuckers, bro.
Yo,
because I'm just like,
so you the type of
sometimes
quantity...
HBO doesn't have to make everything amazing, but shit, they might make The Sopranos, and that shit could be lit. Like, I don't understand. Like, they can have two. Like,
he's a quantity
I'm
over
baffled,
quantity type
bro.
nigga, yo.
I'm baffled.
You would
I'm
rather smash a whole bunch of fat ugly bitches and get one maybe once a year.
But you know what, Josh? I will say,
I'm
like
baffled.
I understand too on the other flips, like the flip side with the whole quantity thing, right? Like, even if their games are not like great, like phenomenal, like they're not God of War type games and Horizon type games, right? The fact that you have like a bunch of games that are just good, that's kind of hard to compete with, to some extent, especially if you're able to like push them out like consistently. Like, I understand it from that perspective as well. Like, they don't all have to be like these God of War type games, but if you're just
and it might not be good enough for us, but we're hardcore gamers, bro. The people in the chat, they're hardcore gamers. The average motherfucker ain't looking, Game Pass ain't got 10s. They don't care, bro. The average bitch that's got a kid, they're like, how much is shit a month? How much?
So Dan,
I'm gonna buy this.
If Game Pass was so successful, why are they putting it on Doritos, Mountain Dew, condoms, X videos? Why is it everywhere?
Bro, the same reason why they get, bro, how you get shit out in the streets, bro. It's just, bro, it's no different to the drug game, bro. If you want to get the coke out, bro, hand that shit out. Sample, want to get the crack out, come here, baby.
Nigga,
Because
we
they
try
know
to
that
get
once
this.
they
We
take
try
a,
to get this.
once they hit,
We try to get this channel
once they take
monetized,
a
nigga.
hit,
What you doing?
once they take a hit, they're back, bro. Once they got your credit, bro, it's about data. Like, bro, this shit's a bigger picture, bro. It's about getting your data, bro. It's about getting your credit card, nigga. It's about I want your subscription, bro.
Well, we'll see.
That's why.
We'll no. That's what they want to happen. We'll see how successful that shit is. And I think Sony's
I
gonna
think
let this. I think Sony's gonna let this shit fall off. I think they're gonna.
Man, Sony's gonna have
They're
their
gonna
own
show.
thing
They're gonna
very
show
soon.
MLB. This is why we don't.
Sony's
do
gonna
that
have their
shit.
own Game Pass shit soon, and all these pony niggas are gonna be like, oh, actually,
They already
this shit's
do,
lit
though.
because it
They
has Crab the
already,
Rapper
they
on it.
already do
great.
though. It's called PlayStation Plus. They already have it.
Bro, if Sony bring a Game Pass, I'm saying it now on this podcast, yeah. Watch the ponies' energy. You'll be like, oh my god,
I
got Parappa the Rapper.
don't know, man.
We've got
I
Parappa
don't
the
know.
Rapper. We've got Jack and Dexter.
The way that they talking now, I don't even fucking know, man. I mean, just Jim Ryan is always the blame of everything, yo. I mean, my great grandmother died. Fuck Jim Ryan. Okay.
Jim Ryan's gonna drop the fucking PlayStation thing, the PlayStation Netflix shit. He's gonna have PS1 games, PS2 games, PS3 games, and the PlayStation fans are gonna be jizzing everywhere.
Outriders is selling the most on the platforms that you have to pay for titles. And no matter how many, no matter how many shills that Microsoft,
niggas going on like Outriders is fucking GTA 6.
It doesn't
bro.
matter. Now, it doesn't matter how many shows Microsoft pays for to talk their shit on Twitter. It does nothing ultimately because that's not the majority of the people. Just like everybody want to sit there and complain on Reset Era, and everybody want to complain on NeoGAF and Reddit how they can't stand microtransactions, but you dare day and date with all the Call of Duties and everything the fuck else. We're gonna
for me, that's Outriders, bro. I'm being real, yeah.
That's a good.
How many niggas on the streets talking about Outriders, bro?
It's a good example. There's a couple people. There's a good example. It's number one on Steam. Here's the thing,
because there's no games now.
Because listen. We're gonna have to move on to the next subject. So
what? Why? Go ahead. I mean, I'm eating popcorn here.
No, because we are going to be a canceled.
You gotta measure the metrics. Outriders to me is like fucking King Kong, bro. Drop a motherfucking Avengers game
shit, man.
on Game Pass and on sales, and this.
You know what? You know what? This is what we're gonna say. This is what we're gonna say, Dan. You got all of this. You are absolutely right. You're right.
You know what?
Gameplay. Motherfuckers. Anyway, gameplay.
Oh man.
Game Pass. Game Pass is it, yo. Game Pass is it, yo. Day and day for everybody's. Sony gonna come out with their own PlayStation Plus Ultimate, yo. It's gonna be just like Game Pass.
I'm just saying,
yo,
people.
Nobody wants to own their games anymore. Nobody wants to own their games anymore. You are right. You're absolutely right, Daniel. Can we move on to the next topic, though?
I want to say this though, man, because and I guess it's a little bit unrelated, but I mean, personally, I'm not like a lot of these dudes, man, who are just like blindly hating on Game Pass, just because, whatever. You try to
evolve into a neutral. That's what you try to do.
No. Look, dude. I'm PlayStation Nation, baby, all day.
No, you're not. You got an Xbox. You got an Xbox. What the fuck you talking about?
I do, but I've had an Xbox all last generation too. So
nigga was like, I'm getting an Xbox. Oh my god, rubbing your fucking clit and shit. I fucking love the medium. Oh my god, look at these graphics. Look how graphic. I'm in a forest right now. A linear fucking forest. Y'all see this shit? This shit crazy. All fucking okay.
Yeah, you saw that picture that I posted on
Of course
Twitter.
I did. You think I don't notice? I'm omnipresent, nigga. I'm always looking at this shit.
Yo, that was the best looking forest.
I read that shit. I closed the fucking app. I said, man.
I like that green, yo.
I'm going back to beating my dick, yo. Okay, I've been ever getting more alerts like that again.
Yo, but you know what though? And I know we're not really talking about the Xbox like per se, but I will say because Thrash did that review on the Xbox and he gave it. This nigga gave it a 1 out of 10, right? And I get it. I get where he's coming from, right?
You don't need it. You don't need it.
You don't. And I'm not going to make that argument, right? What I'm saying is that it's actually a good console. You know, like it's actually like the what they did with the Xbox Series X was they essentially took what the Xbox One X was, and
Made it
they
faster.
improved on they improved on it. You know, like they spent years refining the UI for the Xbox One, and
And
I'm look, I will tell you, I hated the UI for the Xbox One, right? I hated it. I couldn't stand it, right? But they evolved it, you know, whatever, throughout the years, and what they did was they migrated it over to the Xbox Series X, and I thought it was good. It works. It's
uh-huh.
fine. It's
Mhm.
not broke. Don't fix it. You
You're
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yep.
And the thing with the controller, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? The controller is just ever so slightly better than the
Ever
Xbox
so
One
slight.
controller.
Mhm.
Anyway, my point is that I know it, and look, I'm gonna stand right next to everybody and say, look,
You want down the
that
hill?
motherfucker. No. That thing doesn't have any new games, bro. Look, it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you just like anybody else, you know. But the console is a quality made console, man. You know. And
It's a quiet
yeah,
console. It is basically playing it extremely safe. They don't want to mess with anybody's comfort zone and shit like that. Fine, right? Listen. RR and D or whatever the fuck you are. I don't know who
but
you are, but I'm just gonna let there.
hey,
If you gonna troll, you gotta come better than that, man, because you're just making
hey,
noise right
look,
now.
Hey, look, Josh. I didn't even want to talk about the Xbox per se, man. It just kind of came up that way.
Now you
The,
can.
what I really wanted to touch on was the fact that Dan said that, you know, when PlayStation does like their own version of Game Pass, you know, everybody's gonna throw it, you know, celebrate in the streets, whatever, right?
We already have it
And
though. Nobody
honestly,
wants it there either. So go on.
well, I know, I get it. In my opinion, like if they, I don't really have an issue with Game Pass. I have some concerns about it, you know, particularly like with the quality of games and stuff like that. However, as far as the actual fact that you can get access to some of these games for whatever the money that you have to pay for it, hold on. If if PlayStation does something, I'm not going to say like similar, you know, but say like for example, if they allow you to have all of your PS1, 2, 3, 4 games, say in a service or whatever, right? And then they still drop those like big banging exclusives that you still have to pay for. Like I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of those people who's opposed to something like more along those lines
So you build up
myself.
that crazy ass theatrics to say that you have a problem with their promise. That's what they
Yeah,
promised. That's
like
what they promised.
yeah.
They promised that.
Well,
They haven't
yeah, I'm just
delivered.
saying.
They haven't
Now I'm
delivered
just
it, but they
saying.
promised it.
Now I'm just saying. You know, like when it comes to like yo keep that same energy, you know, like I never had an issue with Game Pass, like in terms of like what the potential of it could be. My issue is that they don't really have anything new that I'm like interested in,
They don't
you
have.
know.
Listen, I'm going to say this, and we need to really move on to the next topic because I am itching to play my games for real.
Itching to scratch
Right?
your ball sack.
I just scratched it. But so here's the thing, right? Game Pass, any kind of company has a budget, right? Even with all these supposed blank checks, there's a limit. Probably $20 billion they gave to Phil Spencer, right? Regardless of what it is, right? At the end of the day, you look at your projection of how your shit is growing, and you don't want to exceed that. You actually want to be way under how much you're using within your budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if I have $1,000 and my rent is $500 and all of my bills is $100, right? I have enough. I have $400 left to do what I need to do, but I'm not going to spend all 400 fucking dollars. I'm going to probably spend $200. You know what I'm saying? And leave the other 200 so I can save that shit up. That's how you kind of do things in businesses in general, right? If Game Pass has a certain limit, and if they stay within that specific budget, your games are only going to be so big, only going to be so long, only going to look so good because they don't want to exceed that budget.
I hear you. I
So
mean, that's not what I was talking about, but I understand.
no. I am going to what you're talking about. You are stating that it's not a problem if they come out with a couple of big bangers and then fillers. Is that correct or incorrect?
For Game Pass or for
Game
PlayStation?
Pass. For Game Pass.
Well, no, I don't agree with that
No.
personally.
But what were
You
you
know,
trying to say, real quick? What were you trying to say? You mentioned that if they have a big game, you have no problem with it. I didn't understand where you were going with that.
oh. No, I was saying that because a lot of people are waiting for new games in Game Pass, right? And we don't really know what they are. You know what I'm saying? So like my biggest issue with that is the fact that um they don't really have anything now. So like right now they're just waiting and hoping that the games that do come out are good, you know? Um so there's a scenario where they could be good, where it's like a banger game and the wait was worth it, but then there's like the other scenario
That's a
where you
prom.
waited all of this time.
That's a promise or not a promise. It's an assumption.
Yeah, yeah, it's an assumption. Like right now it's all speculation because we don't know. Like that's the
Okay,
thing.
so
All we know.
what's your point though?
My point is that I don't even remember to be honest. But I was just saying I was just I know we got all so off track with this, but I'm just saying that I don't think it's necessarily bad that people are waiting for the games. It's just that they don't really have anything and they don't really know what games are coming out, you know. So I can't say for sure that it's justified or not because we don't know.
And
Like
that's
we're
my
just waiting. Like
and that's my point. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. You're saying that I don't get where it fits in. It costs $200 million to make a God of War, and the same thing probably $240 million to make a Horizon Zero Dawn. Game Pass with a certain amount of public or a certain amount of subscribers, they have a budget
I
to
think I
work
get
with.
what you're saying.
So
Yeah, like they're not gonna have those type
they're
of
not going to
those big.
have those games or a lot of them just off the sheer amount of they don't want to lose money in any capacity. So it can
You
only
know,
be so good.
you know what? I will say this though, man. I see what you're saying now, and I guess I can make a more clear point. Um, I'll make the argument that they don't necessarily even have to be like God of War or Horizon. That would be great, and I
So
think that
so
would
so you
also
can
obviously
you got to give an example as to what it could be then. If it can't be God of War and Horizon, then what would it be like?
it could be like I don't know, like what's a game that's just
I
like
don't know.
good
You don't
but
want making an example.
like let's say for example something like Detroit Become Human. Like that game was a decent game. It was good. It wasn't like a super massive,
And it costs 180.
like God of
It
War.
costs 180 million.
Okay, then let's say something like The Last Guardian, right? Just a game or Gravity Rush or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just those games that they're good. They're not like the best games, but like say for example, you had you know 10 Gravity Rushes. I'm not saying like the same game, but like you just yeah, like you had access to like 10 of those same quality games. Like you don't necessarily have to have like that God of War level game. It would be great. And I think that they should do that. But in terms of like bringing value to the actual platform, um, like you don't necessarily need it. I mean, that's my point.
The Game Pass proposition is that games are expensive as fuck right now. So now you get to rent these games that you typically know and love for just $15 a month. If your games are gonna be Gravity Rush style and they cost like $20 or $30, what the fuck is the point of Game Pass then? I don't
Not,
like.
I'm not saying the
but
style, just
I
like
understand. No, I'm not talking about style.
yeah,
I'm talking about budget
yeah,
wise.
yeah,
I get what you're saying. So even if you looked at it at that capacity, there's only a certain. There's Gravity Rush suffered from the. I hear echo. Anyway, Gravity Rush suffered right because of the production values. It was missing some things, along with some other things. There was no real time cutscene. Nobody have time to be reading all this shit. It takes.
yeah, no, no,
It
no.
takes.
Yeah,
It takes time.
specific content.
Listen. It takes some kind of R&D to understand what game sells, what doesn't, and Microsoft is trying to just completely circumvent it. They're not trying to figure out what is going to sell and what isn't.
And I agree with that. I can agree with that.
So I don't have faith in that company at all. I'm not going to be hoping and wishing on a prayer. For one, they don't seem to know how to do it. Number two, you only have a certain amount of budget to go off of. Even if you, I'll put it to you like this, right? If 30 million people subscribe to Game Pass, which is highly unlikely to be all concurrent users, right? But let's say it is. 30 million people. That is roughly $5.5 billion, right? And if you divide that by 20, That's basically 20 games that are all God of War style, right? That's off of without even counting R&D for the servers and everything like that. But let's say you cut that in half, right? And use that other half of the money, right? The fucking $2 billion for fucking profit, and the other one is to just make these 5 games or make these 10 games basically. But then you still gotta pay other people like EA and other people that's putting games out on first party or not first party day and date. You still gotta pay them. This is why it doesn't check out. And on top of it, you can only have a certain amount of money. All this benefits a subscription service. All this benefits, right? Is Microsoft. It doesn't benefit the publisher or the developer at all. Because they're only going to get a fixed amount of money. Could you imagine if Grand Theft Auto 5 was on Game Pass? Could you imagine that? You know how much money they would have lost?
They would lose so much money on a deal like that, man.
That's why.
And honestly, man, and honestly, bro, I think that's why games like Outriders and is going to Game Pass like day one, because it really isn't like that game. You know what I'm saying?
Not only
like,
that, I'm gonna touch about what Magnificent Black said. First of all, not Grand Theft Auto, The Last Guardian, Gravity Rush, they were colossal failures commercially. Even if you did put all them fucking titles on there, I just got off a podcast and I've tried PlayStation Now. There was so many games that I did not want to play. I don't give a fuck if you have 900, 1,000, whatever the case is. I don't want to waste my time. My time is more important than your numbers.
Yeah.
Give a fuck about these numbers. Quality don't mean shit.
But you know what, man? But commercial success doesn't also equate to quality either, or commercial failure as well. So even if Gravity Rush or let's say The Last Guardian was a commercial failure, that doesn't necessarily make it a bad game, and that doesn't necessarily make it even a worse proposition for, say, something like Game Pass. If they were going to have those style qualities in their service.
So RRD, how come Grand Theft Auto 5 isn't on Game Pass anymore? How come Grand Theft Auto 6 won't be on Game Pass or any other subscription service? Explain that, please.
Because it doesn't make sense. Look, man. I'm not doing this with you
guys. Can we move on to the subject? Next one.
Yes.
Y'all fucking already. I'm not playing devil's advocate any longer, yo. Y'all can have this conversation. I'm just gonna look at the next porno.
We gonna have this conversation.
I'm just gonna look at the next porno. He's been doing that. He's been trolling.
Nah, honestly, bro.
I'm gonna look up my next. I'm just gonna look at my next porno for the night. Trying to figure out what's my next porno.
Hey, look. I want to say something real quick though, man, about this whole thing with Game Pass, man. Okay. Look, I'm not one of them dudes, right? Who's championing the service, right? There's some caveats to Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that say something like Grand Theft Auto makes sense for it to go into the service, because it doesn't. It's too big of a game, and something like Game Pass, it just doesn't have the platform to sustain something like that, And I know a lot of people are making a big deal about this whole thing with Outriders. It's like, it's third party day and date, AAA, whatever. Like, no, we knew. Like, I think a lot of people knew that game was just not going to be like that game, So they probably didn't have an issue with it. But I can tell you right now, man. There's no way they're going to get like something like Grand Theft Auto 6 on Game Pass. It just doesn't make sense at all. Not financially.
No, but I thought Game Pass was the shit. But
no, okay. Dude. Okay. No. Look, I'm being realistic about it, man.
Are you sure you're being realistic?
Yes. Because Game Pass has a lot of potential. It does. And I'm not saying that at some point in the future that Game Pass can't have something like Grand Theft Auto 6 on their service. Right now, they don't have the infrastructure to where it makes sense for say Rockstar to put a game like that on their service, right? I'm not saying that, and I'm not going to be one of those people who are just like, yo, Game Pass is so great because we have all of these games potentially that will be great. Like, no, like I'm going to tell you right now, you guys don't really have anything on that service. not brand new, and not anything that's really compelling.
That's because
Now,
it was never about this. What it was about, quite frankly, it was about winning the console war. That's what it was about.
it could have been, yeah.
They don't. These guys don't play no fucking games. It's
They don't, man. And it is what it is, man. Look, I'm not going to champion the service. I think it has a lot of potential. And if it is successful, I think we might see more things like
Dan is a
like
fucking
say this
troll,
whole thing
yo.
with what?
Dan is the anti Josh. That's what's happening.
Anyway, that's it, man. Game Pass has a lot of potential. Right now, they don't like. There's just a lot of stuff that it has to prove. Whatever. And this whole and look, I want to say one more thing about this MLB.
Sure,
thing,
you don't
man.
got another 3 things to say?
No. This is it. This is it. Because no, because Dan said something like, it's not really going to change anything. And in my opinion, I don't think it's going to really change anything.
No.
I think more than likely, MLB is probably still going to sell well on PlayStation. The fact that it's going to Game Pass, I don't really think it's going to make that big of a difference, to be honest.
It's not going to make that big of a difference. This was all about optics.
It's about principle and stuff like that.
Sony already knew the numbers of what baseball and sports does on the competition anyway. That's why they didn't want to do it in the first place. But regardless of the matter,
that's all I had to say, man.
Is that nobody cares.
That's it. That's all. That was the last thing I said, man. We can segue into the next topic.
4 hours later. All right. We want to talk about PlayStation closures, right? Or PlayStation store closures, right? I believe this is what we're talking about. PlayStation portable stores from 2004. We're gonna talk about the PlayStation 3 from 2006. And then we're going to talk about the Vita from 2011, right? And how we're going to preserve, how we need to preserve our games, game preservation, right? Everybody in the chat, if you could just kind of relay do you care about the store, PSN stores closing? Do you care about that at all?
Yo, how's the chat looking, by the way? Is it litty?
Pretty litty. Umar doing his thing. You have Majestic Black. Magnificent. Nigga, change your name to Majestic shit. Magnificent, yo. That's too much. My black full lips is hard to curl my lips to say magnificent. I need an easier word to say. It's too much collagen. I need something easier. I'm just gonna call you Black from now on. Black is in here. Dan is trolling. Then R&D. I know it's R&D. R&D was saying something. He may not be here anymore. He may got phased out by Truth and Logic.
Yo, Dan said, yo, you said Fusion Frenzy better than Yo.
So.
Oh, yo, that's funny. Yo.
I mean, honestly, chat. Since you are speaking, what do you honestly? Do you really care about PlayStation old ass games? When was the last time you played on a PS Portable legally, PS Vita, or PS3? So I'm gonna ask Dan because he was in a cut.
Bro,
what do you think about this?
Let me just say something, man. Niggas get outraged for anything, bro. No one is downloading PSP games, bro. Like, I don't know what to say, bro. Nobody is on the PSP store, man. Like, come on.
This is why.
And if you're on the PS3 store, fuck you, bro. Like, we're on PS5 now. We're two PSs away from PS3.
Preach.
Like, come
on, bro.
No, listen.
I'm getting sick of this shit. I'll be honest with you. Oh, bro, if I could slap people on Twitter, I would. I don't give a fuck. I would slap people because it's annoying. No one is on the PSP store, bro. I'm sorry.
Since there isn't an alternative way to get these games, I can say I kind of care about it. Well, you have all the time before the summer hits to download all the fucking games. Go on Reddit, And there's Reddit channels that will tell you the must-have games where you can collect that shit and throw that shit on the fucking thumb drives because it was so long ago that these PSP games are like fucking 50 megabytes.
Rex, what games do you care about, bro? I want a list. Tell me the list in the chat. The games that you care about.
He's not sure because he hasn't done his due diligence to look into them. He may want something, possibly, maybe. Not.
This nigga wants to download Metal Gear Acid in fucking 2021, bro.
Yo, I am so pissed off at Sony. Where the fuck is my Tomb Raider Chronicles so I can complete the series? I got Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you stop at Chronicles, and the only people that have that shit is in Europe. It's in Europe only. It was always like half baked anyway.
Hey,
yo, Josh.
Dre, the PS1, PS2 catalogs, man, they got some good games, man.
Yo, Josh, answer me honestly, yo. How many times have you jacked off to Lara Croft?
Oh, I got something for you guys. Hold on for a minute. I forgot to show you.
For those triangle titties.
It's actually it's me in action. I caught the nut flying right out the hole, yo. I didn't.
I got a video for you, Aloy and Laura sizzling.
No, I don't want that, yo, because I have no
PlayStation pussy.
No, they need to do Aloy and Ellie, yo.
Oh shit!
I gotta yo. Can you guys check? Yo, can you guys check? Not safe for work.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me have a look at this shit.
I finally got footage of the nude code.
Oh shit! She got a little shape up down there, man.
She do, yo. She got I know they call it a landing strip, but I call it a bacon strip because it's not straight.
It's a bit wider than the landing strip. That's just an emergency landing strip. That's just land anywhere, bitch.
Yo, she got a whole fucking, what do you call that shit again? Parking lot.
That
looks like a little garden patch. We can grow some carrots on that bitch.
She got brown hair. So y'all gotta join the Discord chat, yo, for places to coach, yo. Y'all can be able to see the nude code from back in the day, yo.
Yeah, join the Discord because when we're talking about shit live on the podcast, you can fucking see what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
We got
yo, that's funny. I did see that on Twitter.
Did you? I saved it immediately when I saw it. I was like, I need it. I've been waiting for 25 years to see this shit.
It's been 25 years.
It's been 25 years.
Wait, was it worth it? Was it worth the wait?
It was. Dre, we all know you fucking quiet ass, voice ass nigga, yo. We know that you told me some I'm good, liar.
Man, Dre got it on the phone, bro.
He'd be the first one to be looking at this. He's like, oh yeah. Hut.
He got that Crash. He got that Crash Bandicoot porn. Wait, what's Crash Bandicoot's girlfriend's one?
It's not. They took her out, but he's talking about no. He's into that. He's into that Coco / Crash porn, yo. Because that's really his stepsister. They'd be like, Mama,
insane trilogy.
Mama Crash isn't home today. I'm gonna tell Mom you didn't wash the dishes unless. I'm sorry. I'm telling you about my past shit.
Yo, she gets stuck in a box.
And when he gets erected, he just goes boom baga. That's his cum noise. I'm about to come. Boom baga.
Gotta go there.
Oh, yo, that's funny, man.
No, but honestly, on some real shit. Like, there are reasons for it, but we already spoke about how people they have no logic. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about logic. They care about emotions. And then people want to be heard. So they found the most outrageous is Tawana, whatever it is. Anyway, people want to feel the outrage. They want to feel the outrage, right? They really want to feel that shit. They want to feel like a victim. So everybody started talking about game preservation. Like you fucking didn't know what digital was going to do. You already knew this shit because there's other forms of digital media that did the same shit. That is a risk. And then now people are talking about, oh my God, I can't believe that Sony didn't even tell the developers that they're going to close down the stores, and now all the Vita developers have to crunch before the store closes.
Yo, low key though, like I do think that was a little
It's
low,
not dirty.
You know,
That's like you see. That's like somebody say, "Here, step right up. We got Titanic here. Yeah, it's sinking right now, but do you still want a ticket? You want a ticket?"
Yeah, but did they know it was sinking though?
They saw it. Sony stopped supporting the Vita in like 2013.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So you decided to just start developing games in 2021, and you're surprised? Really? I can't stand people. Like, why is this even a conversation? You don't even care about the fucking developers. Crunch. Nigga, if you don't tear your ass to a fucking to a fucking phone, a cell phone, go to a cell phone and make some games. It's like 3 people that still has the Vita right now. Yo, you still trying to make games off it. It costs you more money to make a Vita game than you just making the shit on the cell phone.
Wait, don't you still have your Vita?
I do, and I use it. I use my Vita, but I use it for PS1.
I never got one.
And to be honest with you, it's much better than the PlayStation, than the Switch.
The Switch.
Yeah,
100%. This is what pisses me off. Like I said earlier, I've been playing the Switch, and I'm just like, man, if I had a new PlayStation Portable, I'll be a happy man, bro.
I mean, honestly,
I'll be a happy man, bro.
Sony tried their best to release the PlayStation Portable with a dream that you can have full-on PS3 games on a handheld, and they showed this shit to be true by releasing Uncharted and Killzone, and it looked damn near close to the PS3 counterparts. They had a Call of Duty on there, and no one gave a fuck. No one cared. What do you want Sony to do? Go down with the fucking ship?
Yeah, for real.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think people are kind of overreacting a little bit, to be honest with you.
You know why I like the word overreacting? Because you know why I like the word overreacting?
Why?
So much damage control. I'm out. I'm looking for your reaction to Battle 6 come out on GamePass day and date, like the insiders are hinting at. Nigga,
damage control, nigga. Get the fuck out of my chat, nigga. What are you talking about? Damage control. Come with some facts, bro.
Dude, listen, he's been spouting off shit the whole time, right? With a brown. I hope you're not black, because you're making us look stupid. I hope you have a black hand. You have a black hand peace sign. I hope you're not black.
Come with some information, dog. Nigga talking about damage control.
Damage control in what way do you feel
Bro,
like it?
why,
Even if Battlefield was on Game Pass day and date, it is a microtransaction game that Microsoft probably paid a whole bunch of millions of dollars to do. To coerce the people to go on there. They're not making money. If they're going to do it this time, they probably won't do it next year. And besides, I don't give a fuck about Game Pass. I'm talking about
Battlefield
MLB.
ain't tapping like Call of Duty, bro. Like, if you're talking about shooters, like, Activision would never put Call of Duty on Game Pass, bro, because them niggas want that money. Battlefield ain't no Call of Duty, bro.
So, I mean, like I said before, you want to know something, too? Sony tried to do, like, a digital only. I'm just going to ignore that shit. Like Umar says, PSP had so many bangers. Liberty City Stories, God of War, just fucking Dexter. You know why it failed? It failed because people pirated the fuck out of it.
Yep.
And guess what? Because people were pirating it, word got around, right? And people were buying PlayStation Portables just to pirate the bitch. so they could play NES games and Super NES and Game Boy games. That's why they had an uptick in sales when it came to the PSP, but their games didn't fucking sell. That's why the Vita itself was designed with the proprietary memory and shit like that. Because they had to show because the developers came to Sony was like, yo, I'm releasing games and people are stealing this shit. What are you gonna do about it? And Sony was like, I don't know. I don't know how to stop this. So they made a fucking sequel to the Vita. You can't hack that shit. It looked just like the PSP, and most people couldn't distinguish the difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? So that was partially Sony's fault for, not advertising it properly because they were juggling with, damn, what the fuck was that?
What happened, Ken?
I dropped my key on the floor.
You're what?
What the fuck? You alive, nigga?
Don't mind me.
He said he dropped the key on the floor, yo. He sounded like he shot something.
Yeah, I'm just messing around with it. I dropped it on the floor. Yeah.
First, you got his fucking keyboard. Hold on, let me just check Discord. Like,
oh man, that's funny.
I
don't know, man.
The thing is, going back to listen, Game Pass is only going to be successful for little games, and then Microsoft has to foot the bill to make Game Pass look good, so they eventually will move everybody all over to these little fucking bite-sized games that will only benefit Microsoft. As I stated before, the old
anyway, this fuck Game Pass, man. I had enough of that fucking talk now.
Yeah, I'm ready to go from
We've
that.
been speaking about Game Pass for fucking hours, bro.
Yeah, like it's done. You know what I'm saying? We already discussed what MLB did. It was underhanded. That's why he just came out of nowhere and said that, like a couple weeks before fucking it was going to be released, that it was going to be on Game Pass. With a whole fucking campaign that was going to go out there. So I could tell something underhanded happened. Because they could have announced this shit earlier in the year. But they didn't. They did it on purpose at that specific time. Which leads me to believe that this shit was new. Whatever fucking loophole they found, they must have been reading that shit for a year. It was like, we got it. We're going to put this shit on Game Pass. We found a loophole. And they did that shit. And strategically did it. But I'm over the fucking shit, right? Sony had a partnership with Activision. So the homebrew scene the homebrew scene was so fucking nuts on the PSP. That's people were not buying the fucking games anyway. On the consoles. I don't even fault Sony for closing and not telling the developers. If you see a house burning, you're not gonna sleep in that fucking house. Oh, I see it burning. Oh, let me just walk in here. Well, it's not burning that bad. I mean, the roof is still on fire, but that's upstairs, though. I mean, I could just stay downstairs. Like, it sounds stupid. I don't feel no remorse. Carry your ass to the fucking cell phone market. You want to make fucking money. I'm supposed to feel sorry for your stupid ass mistakes. Why the fuck would you try to make a game on a game platform of 12 to 13 million strong from fucking 4 years ago? And then cry about this shit. Get the fuck out of here with your concern.
Look, man, I kind of get it from both sides. You know, like for me personally, it doesn't.
Here
really
can't come with the neutralisms. All right, go on.
Me personally, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? You know, like even on my PS3, man. Like I tried to buy some games on my PS3 like a few months ago. And I couldn't do it for some reason. Like the store just wasn't working. So I had to buy that shit physically anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like this whole thing about the stores closing down. I get it to a certain extent, man. But it kind of feels like another one of those fake outrages, man.
It is.
But, but also, man, I do kind of understand like from the other flip side, right? When you look at this whole thing about this whole like game preservation thing, right? Now everybody wants to talk about game preservation. I get it, man.
But then champion fucking Game Pass when it's only going to stay on that store for like 4 months and then disappear. But okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get it to a certain extent. like don't completely just like shit on your legacy, right? What
You're not
made
shitting on the legacy. Buy the fucking games and keep it moving.
I know. I'm just saying.
Nobody's playing it. What legacy? Like, why do you care about a legacy if what you're gonna reminisce about this shit? I remember when I played Legends of Dragoon in
You know what though? But you know what though, man?
Buy the shit. No. Buy it and you're done. Buy it.
But hey, you know what, man? Like, at least for me, like it doesn't really affect me personally, the fact that they're doing this specifically. But I mean, I do like playing some of those older games, man. Like
okay,
Parasite Eve,
but guess what? You're not. You didn't buy it though. Guess what? You didn't buy it though.
No, I didn't buy it. No, I didn't buy it.
You pirated it, right?
No.
Did you buy it? You buy it? You buy it?
No, I didn't buy it.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't buy it. But that's kind of my point though. Like I kind of get it from one side, but on the flip side, man, I don't understand why everybody's like so crazy about it. My thing is the fact that they're closing down the stores or whatever, man. I just hope that they kind of have more of a solution to sort of bring some of those things back.
You know what? Go on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Keep going.
No, I mean, look. At the end of the day, man, it's a small demographic of people who actually go back and play a lot of those games, right? But I will say, and I will admit, you know what I'm saying? Like looking at what Microsoft is doing with their thing, and I'm not gonna. And I already know that they don't have like a full catalog of all of their games backwards compatible.
Nor do they have.
I'm not even gonna go.
Nor do they have any new games, so they can focus on it. Go on.
Yeah, or any new games. Yeah, all that. But I mean, it is nice though. You know what I'm saying? To kind of be able to have like this platform, this consolidated platform, to where you can kind of also not only enjoy the new stuff, but enjoy some of the stuff that.
But they did though. You know what you did? You pirated the games. So.
Yeah, I did download it.
You definitely did. You pirated the game. So why would keep it open if people were going to steal it?
No. I'm not saying keep it open.
No, but if you want to play devil's advocate, you're saying you need to have like a way to access all these games, but they do, and people still chose to pirate it. So.
Now I'm saying, for people who are, trying to, as far as like this whole game preservation thing, I understand that, you still like whatever, you could download it online and all that stuff, right? But it would be nice, right, if you could, like, say for example on the PS5, have a place where you can have access to all of those games, right? And then even say for example, like if they did like say something like boost mode on the Xbox, where you could play a lot of those games with a higher frame rate, or what I'm saying, like that. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, it's not. No, because the funny thing is about last week, I did play a PS2 game on my PS5 though. I thought they had it already.
Oh, you're talking about on PS Now?
No, native.
Which game was it?
It was Jack and Dexter.
Oh, I think you could buy that in the store.
You can buy it right on the store. Yep.
Yeah, you can buy that one in the store.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Look, I get it from both ends, man. Like some of those people who are saying that seemingly so, and I don't think Sony is like against game preservation or whatever the case is. I mean, them closing down the stores. I feel like it was just kind of like them.
Honestly, they got the numbers. They got the numbers. People don't really play it. That's number one. They don't even fuck with the fucking remastered ones. The only reason why people fuck with Demon Souls is because they're out of the curiosity of it's a new Souls game that they may not have played. That's basically what that was all about. But in terms of remastering the game, they already did it with Uncharted. They did it with The Last of Us. It doesn't do crazy numbers. Just in general. So people talk about some, please, Sony, we need it, but you don't really do it. Like, for instance, you're like, man, I feel bad. Oh my God, I really feel bad about this. Let me go pirate the game now. Hold on.
When did I say I felt bad? I never said that.
You say I see things in both ways, which means that you put yourself in the category of people that
No. I'm saying I understand.
But that's English, though.
I'm just saying I can understand for the people who are concerned about those sort of things.
You feel them.
I get it. Huh?
You feel them, right?
Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I'm not making this about.
I got you.
Listen to me, man. I'm not making this about me, yo. You know what I'm saying? yeah, like to me personally, it doesn't really matter to me because like a lot of those games I can play on my computer. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't bother me. A lot of those games of the stores and all that stuff, I never used them anyway. Like I didn't. I mean, not that I never used them, but I haven't used them in years. So I mean, it's not really like a big deal to me. I'm more so focused on like what PlayStation's going to be doing going forward. You know what I'm saying? But but like putting myself into someone's shoes, right? Who actually enjoys those sort of things, I can understand from their perspective, like the implications of this. You know what I'm saying?
But you
That
can't
maybe some,
put yourself in the shoes of people that are fake outraging. So
yeah, but you can't say that everybody's fake outraging though, because there are people who are out there who actually enjoy this stuff.
well, I mean, there's and I'm pretty sure somebody could fly too. You know what I mean? We don't know out of the 7 billion people.
I believe I can fly.
We don't know out of the 7 billion people. Maybe somebody learned how to fly. You know what I'm saying? By themselves. You know, if you want to play these hypotheticals and shit, majority of the people don't care about it. That's why Sony closed the shit out. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree with that. I'm not disagreeing with that.
If you want the game, buy it now. There's your preservation.
Or just pirate
or you could just pirate the fuck out of it. It's your choice. It's your choice. It's not even a complaining factor. The thing is, there's a lot of companies that don't exist anymore. I think I said this last week or the week before. There are a lot of companies that don't exist anymore. So who's going to get the fucking money? Once the 3 people that bought Legends of Dragoon, where's the money going to go? Since the PlayStation, what do you call it? Japan Studios is closed out. You got to pay those people that left. So how you want to pay them? Now I got to chase all them fucking people down to give them their 3-cent check.
You know what I honestly think, bro? I honestly think, I think it's more along the lines of, because Sony said that they were going to have an answer to Game Pass. I think what they're probably going to do is find a way to get some of those games into, like, say something like PS Now, like PS1, 2, 3 games, and then I don't know. I mean, I hear a lot of people saying that they could potentially merge PS Plus with PS Now.
You know what'd be hot though? If they just charge $65 for PlayStation Plus Now, and they allow for you to BC your games. You know,
that would be great, man.
Then I don't want to hear shit anymore about Jim Ryan.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Or anybody else.
Bro, I'm telling you, if they do something like that, and then like say do what they're doing right now with
hear your boner through this fucking microphone. Just off the prospect of that statement.
No. Just, hold up. Yeah, it did kind of get a little it got a little warm in here. No, but honestly though, I think honestly, bro, I think the reason why they're closing the stores down is because I think they have a plan on like finding a way to consolidate those like titles into like say a service, something comparable to what Game Pass is doing. I mean, I already know that we already have PS Now. Like, I get that, you know what I'm saying? But I think what they're probably going to do is, you know, say take all of those old PS1, 2, 3 games, right? Combine it maybe with PS Plus, and then keep dropping, like, say, like right now we're getting Oddworld in a couple of days, you know, brand new on the PS5, right? And we got, Destruction All-Stars back in February. You know, I think if they do keep doing that, and then have this huge back catalog of games, as well as dropping, say, like the big banging exclusives like Returnal, Ratchet and Clank, and Horizon, and all those games, right? I mean, all those people who are out here championing Game Pass, I mean, that I think that'll shut that down like instantaneously, you know, because then, like, what else are they gonna say? You know what I'm saying? That the games go day and date. They're still waiting on games.
They're old games. This is what they're going to say. We're already getting games day and date, like on PS Plus. That's why I think that PlayStation nowadays are numbered. Truthfully, I think they're just going to go ahead. It's already called the PlayStation Network. You know what I mean? So they don't need to have different extensions like they are right now. But at the same time, people are going to complain. I think here's the thing. This is why I feel like Sony isn't listening to anybody. This is why I feel. You want to know something, right? Every time Sony does something, people still find a way to complain about it. You ever peep that?
All the time.
It doesn't even matter. Like Nintendo doesn't even give you a way for you to backwards compatible your games at all. No one said shit about that. But the second Sony did, I was playing that. So
Wait, Nintendo, they don't give a fuck. Them niggas made a Mario collection that they said, listen, niggas, you don't buy this in a specific time, we're taking it away. Everyone's like, this is amazing. I'm going to buy it. Don't worry. I'm going to buy it. Don't worry. So, like,
why are you so
that's
low?
big dick energy, bro.
What you mean, Rap Empire? Yeah, it's like anytime Nintendo does something, Nintendo is like, yo, you don't get a friends list, you get these fucking codes. 998-1579859-1. That's your code.
I'll have that.
Twirl
No
on it.
problem.
Twirl
Give
on
me
it.
Mario.
That's
Bro,
what they did.
get
That's
the
what they did.
niggas
There's no
Mario
stuff.
and
They was
Zelda
like, yo,
and Animal
they was like,
Crossing,
our
and they're
online,
taking food,
they were
bro.
like, our online service is so fucking poor, you can't even play Smash Brothers on this bitch. It is lag galore, but we want you to pay $15. And you know what? You're gonna like it because it's not 60.
And we're gonna give you some Nintendo games from
And
the
then we're
fucking
gonna give you,
1980s.
and we're gonna give you some Nintendo games from 1985. Literally.
Yo,
And everybody's like, oh my god, Nintendo, please bless us with, please give me your golden shower, please. I can't deal with Sony is like, I don't even know what to do anymore with these fucking people, yo. I'm just gonna do me. You don't like it, you don't like it, you like it, you like it. I don't know what to say anymore. What were you gonna say?
who, me?
Yeah, what were you gonna say again?
Oh, I don't know, man. I forgot at this point. I can't remember.
I mean, you know, that's why I think that PlayStation is like, well, fuck it. Like, even if I did something good, yo, you still got a fucking complaint. We revamped the whole controller. You know, I actually don't really like the controller. It's like, it gets dirty quickly. Like, you know, on the back of this controller, like, I see a little bit of grime. It's just, you don't get that with Xbox, you know? You know, and they're like, oh, well, you know what I don't like either? Even though I had never had a problem with the triggers, I just believe that sometime down the line that it could break, and then the battery life is good now. But what about 5 years? What if I would have just opened it up and just play a PS5 game, and the battery is an hour off of its life? Do you ever think about that? Or since the hard drive is embedded on the motherboard, what if in 15 years it stops working? Like that Mystic fucking Ryan was saying. In 10 years it could stop working. 15 years or 20 years, and then maybe I would have just busted out and now it doesn't work anymore. Could you imagine 20 years from now it stops working? Oh. Like I've been like, I'm fucking done with this fucking people, yo. I can't no more.
I haven't had any issues with my DualSense controller, man. Honestly, man, I don't think there are that many people who are having issues with their shit, man. You know, I think that was just another fucking outrage.
This outrage about every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your game performs better on average than a more powerful console. Well, you know, when I was trying to take a picture, the frame rate wasn't 60 frames, and I just can't.
It was 59.9.
It went all the way down. It went all the way down to 52 frames when I was trying to take a fucking picture. That is so unacceptable, Sony. Like, I mean, I get that they need help. Like, the chat system is ass. You know what I'm saying? The fucking, you can't. There's no folders. I get it. I get all of that shit. I totally get it. I get it. I get it. You got stick drift on both of your controllers, yo, because you keep playing Crash. So the next,
this nigga keeps spinning around with it on Crash, bro. Like...
I gotta buy it. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, like I said before, I think it's the analog stick. Like, I think when you press it in, you wear down the whole stick and shit like that. I think that's what's going on. I think they need to, you know what I'm saying, like, not have the sprint and crouch mapped to the pressable buttons on the stick. I think that's what kills the controller. Think to yourself, Dre.
You know what, man?
What game are you playing and how often do you use the buttons, the R2, R3, and L3? What are you going to say?
I feel like a lot of this stuff that's going on right now, you know, is really just more like console war stuff, man. Because, I mean, I think at the end of the day, some of the stuff that people are like fake outraging about, I think it's like a lot of people are saying that Sony's just kind of like getting complacent and they're not really like they're getting cocky and all this stuff, right? Like PS3 days. Um, I don't know. I don't really think that's the case. I think it's more so, you know, they're changing and restructuring things that will kind of like I think ultimately benefit them with the vision seemingly that they're going for. Um, and I think right now, obviously, they're not really talking. So a lot of the media and the press, they're just kind of like running with all this crazy stuff.
Anything,
That's really annoying, by the way. Yeah, that shit is
anything. They're
annoying.
just
But
running with anything because no one say anything, so anything could be. And Microsoft is talking a lot. They just talking a lot. I play Gold War. See, do you have to press the R3 and L3 buttons a lot? I really think it's relegated to that. And if you can map the fucking those R3s and L3s to something else, that'd be great. And see if that will fix your problem for a new controller or whatever the case is. I don't have any stick drift. Knock on. Hold on, let me get hard real quick so I can knock on wood. All right, cool. So knock on wood that nothing happened. What you say? What you say? What you say, Dad?
I said, you naughty, naughty boy.
Naughty, naughty.
you naughty boy.
Talking of naughty, naughty,
But the
naughtiness,
second
obsession with
controller I
female
have barely used it,
game
though.
creators.
I don't know. Maybe it's really defective, man. I have
That's
no idea.
Perfect segue.
that's called a segue.
I bought I bought it. Now we're going to talk about how do I say this delicately.
Nigga, go ham.
Just spit that shit out.
Don't you guys like notice? And I don't have no problem with it because most of my favorite games have women leads. But like most of the fucking game world is just coming up with women leads every fucking where. You got that. What's that future for Forsaken for Bold for what is it? Fuck you.
Forspoken.
Forspoken. I didn't even know it was a female character. You know what I'm saying? And now,
Looks amazing, by the way.
huh?
Fuck her though.
I'd fucking hit that shit.
I will stick my dick right through her fucking gap, yo. I feel like it's. I feel like it would add a little bit of texture. El dente to the head game. But how long is the manufacturer warranty? It's a year. But yeah, but it's when I look at the characters, it's like they gotta make a statement. I need a black woman with a fucking gap. That's what I need.
That's preferably lesbian.
That's a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know Finn from fucking Spider-Man. She's fucking a lesbian too. I didn't know that. The actress.
Yep. Yeah.
I had no idea, yo. So they're like, we need to put like most women characters. I mean, obviously you got the typical Last of Us. It was led by two female characters. You have fucking Returnal, and there's some old bitch. You know what I'm saying? I swore I saw.
Yo, I like them wrinkles, bro.
Yo, I swore I saw that same face off of this fucking porno I saw like a month ago. Like
yo, Josh.
Huh? Hmm?
Yo, I'm gonna stick my dick in between her wrinkles, yo.
Yo, she needs that fucking facial, yo, to suck them wrinkles right on up, yo. Her face be looking baby smooth. But at first I saw that shit. I was like, how is this old bitch wave dashing and shit? Like, how that work? That bitch is like 54, yo. She's like wave dashing and backflipping and shit like that. But I guess they gotta cater to a crowd that. What if an old bitch plays PlayStation 5, and she wants to be represented as well? So, they got the black
that would
chick.
be great.
They got the black chick. They're like, what if black people plays games? And then she's beautiful. She just have a gap, and that gap makes her who she is. So let's make a game about her. Let's tell her story. Then you got a butch chick, which is Abby. Then you got you got a skinnier chick, which is Ellie. She looked.
Yo, they got Aloy, bro.
Aloy's a lesbian. Mark my fucking words. She is going to be like you see all these names. You know what I'm saying? Like they just don't want no more men characters ever again. Not that I really care, but I don't, I don't know. I'm just saying. You said she got some nice cakes. Yo, magnificent. They're gonna reduce her cake shelf. They be like, yo, that is misogyny. How
Wait,
dare
who's
you?
he talking
Talk about Returnal.
about? Oh yeah. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I caught myself a couple times looking at her as the trailers.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, how dare you lust over a mature woman? She's more than just her cakes. She got
Yo, she's got that
she
freaking
got
lesbian look
feelings
too
too.
and everything.
She has talent too. She can play the fucking piano with her old ass fingers, arthritic fingers and shit. How dare you just relegate her to her cakes? You know. Who else? Who else is a female character that's coming out? The new Grand Theft Auto is rumored to have a female character now.
It really doesn't bother me
It doesn't bother me
personally.
either.
Yeah, I mean, it to me personally. I mean, if they're obviously making like a very
Celine,
clear
here you
statement
go.
that they're like, for example, this whole thing with Ellie and Dina and The Last of Us, that to me was a very clear, you know, indication of what they were trying to do with the story. You know what I mean? Like it was very clear. Something like Forspoken or Returnal, like never really got those vibes. I mean, maybe they will have some of the stuff in the game. I don't know. But from what I've seen, I mean, it just seems like, they're just female characters, man.
See,
Whatever.
to the untrained eye, that's what it seems like. Until you
Well, I
start
mean, I get
reading.
where you're coming from, though. Because
And
the
again, I
whole
can't stress that out. Like I don't have a problem with any of this. So let me take a look here. Fucking It Takes Two has a female character too.
doesn't it have a male
2000.
character?
He gets cucked all the time in that game.
This nigga gets cucked.
He's sloppy. He's bumbly, and she's the one that like. Oh yeah, the fucking lady. I don't know what the hell it is from the fucking village, but I don't. I'll allow it. Her. Let me see here. Let me see games for PS5. I'm looking at the list of games. Upcoming. Okay. Okay.
What was the
We're
point?
almost done
What was the
here.
topic? What was the point of this topic again? I'm sorry.
Just obsession with female characters. But nigga, it's right there.
What? Wait, what'd you say?
It's right there. Fucking. It's the point of the topic is the obsession.
I guess I was just trying to figure out where you were going with it.
There is no just the obsession. Yes,
Okay.
that is where I'm going. Solar Ash has a female character. Nappy headed hoe. That's what she looked like. Open Roads has 2 female leads. All right. Take a look here. Gotham Knights doesn't. Goodbye Volcano High is lesbian school. There's Quantum Error. I still don't know what that's all about.
Yo, if I ever make a game, I'm gonna make like the biggest, manliest, bro, like freaking butch dude ever, man.
Control is
Like
too.
man,
Oh yeah, Control. And then you know what though? You wanna know something too? Fucking it's like what they're trying to do to me is like Godzilla, for instance, right? It got a horrible score on the Rotten Tomatoes because it was just too toxic masculinity. All you want to do is watch apes fight, monsters fight. It's full of testosterone. Men are terrible. Women are the future.
yo, Dre said Forspoken. He looked as a babe.
She is though. I mean, I don't mind it. Like, I don't mind it at all. It's just the obsession. Like, is it such a bad thing to have a male character, or is it like? Do you guys think I'm like? I'm pretty sure you're gonna say it, but fuck it. You think I'm overreacting with this, or I mean, I know we don't care, but it feels like being a male right now is like fucking. It's
The devil.
it's I'm like, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm an underdog. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you had your chance. You had your chance to be to be in the games.
You had your chance to be the main role, the protagonist. It's our time now, bitches.
Wait, hold on. Let me get my voice ready. It's our time, bitch. It's Brittany, bitch. Move over, sis. Yes, bitch. It's our time. Everybody's like, you do that shit too damn well. I know. Oh, Kenna. Kenna is also a fucking female character.
Yep.
Jesus. Ratchet and Clank is going to have a female Lombax.
Transgender and shit. She's gonna be fucking gender neutral. She's gonna be gender fluid.
Gender fluid neutral. Oh, Stray. Stray with that cat, yo. That's a female cat.
Is it really?
I don't know. it sound like it. The only games that's not really nice like Japanese games. Let me see here. Scarlet Nexus? What's that all about? Either way, there's more women in games nowadays than men. Do you guys understand before we like move that voice? That sounds too natural. You know what I gotta say about that, Wendigo? Oops, I shouldn't have done that. Fuck it.
Oops, I did it again.
Oops, I did it again. Jesus. I remember I went to Wendy's one time, right? It was this gay dude with like this this painted on shirt. It was like a tie-dye shirt. He was in line in front of me. And I'm just sitting there trying to, this is back when we were in the office and shit. So I'm sitting there waiting for, him to order his food and move to the left. So she was like, "Hi, welcome to Wendy's. Can I help you?" He was like, "Let me get a Caesar salad with balsamic vinaigrette." I leaned in. I said, "What did he say?" He was like, "Let me get a Caesar salad with balsamic vinaigrette." Why you sound like that? Why you trying to make it seductive? Balsamic vinaigrette. He said, "LOL." I was like, "Ew, did you just put a fucking cream-based fucking Caesar salad with fucking vinegar-based dressing? Like, what the fuck is that?" I was like, "Ew, what the fuck is that?" Balsamic vinaigrette. Oops, I did it. Anyway, do you know why there were a lot of male characters? Do y'all know why it was a lot of male characters? Because the majority of the industry and the fans were actually men. That's like me fucking going into the CVS and start bitching because tampons are just made for women and shit. Like I can't go into the women's aisle and be pissed off because that's their aisle. You know what I mean? It's still to this day, it's lopsided with the amount of men to women ratio. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. When you create something based off of you and what you know and your experiences. And so it was a lot of white people that made games. So a lot of white protagonists made games. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this. It's not misogynistic. That's their experience. You know what I'm saying? But everybody wants the virtue signal, and they want to make sure that, I want to make sure everybody's happy, even though you don't fucking play games. You know what I'm saying? So, even though I just want to make sure I'm on the right side of history, I guess. You know what I'm saying? The same thing happened with the Battlefield game. That shit got raped. That game did not sell. That's why we haven't seen another Battlefield. It's all Call of Duty now because they sat there and told you, well, if you want to be misogynistic, then you can go somewhere else. Don't buy our games. Don't buy our games, you fucking incel. Nobody wants your fucking business. And they were like, cool, bet, I'm out. You right. Then it was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Psych. We're just playing. Stop. We want your business. We got some white men. His name is Tommy. You can pick him. You can. And people was like, nah, I'm good. I'm totally good. I'm good. And so that there was no Battlefield for like 4 years. So
When was the last Battlefield that came out?
I don't know. When was it? Dan, do you know?
Nigga, no.
He said, "Nigga, no." He know that football though.
Hey man, August 16th. Nah, I don't know, bro. Niggas aren't checking for Battlefield, bro. I'm just being real.
Call of Duty,
Sorry,
bro.
but I'm just
Ooh.
being real. Like
They
niggas
said,
is not
yo,
checking for Battlefield 6, bro.
yeah, they said DMX may die.
Oh yeah, I hear he's like. I saw something on social that he was fucked up.
What happened?
He overdosed again. I mean, someone gave him like when he was like 14. Someone gave him like fucking cocaine in his weed, and he had a heart attack. It was just laying there. But once you have, oof, once you have what do you call it? An overdose. I mean, I'm sorry. Once you have drug problems, you're permanently like fucked up for life. Fuck.
I'm just reading the TMZ report now. Oh shit, his kids are flying in now to see him. Shit. Damn. How our podcasts always end on death and shit? I've noticed that's a theme. Always talking about niggas dying towards the end of the podcast.
I don't know.
That's depressing. I'm sorry. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, last Battlefield before we.
The last thing you want to say was fuck these bitches, fuck these hoes on Twitch, just fucking trying to get these people to pay for your fucking boobies being out and shit.
Last Battlefield.
We just want to see the games, bro.
Yeah, they said
For the
he was off
games out,
life
bro.
support yesterday, but now they say he's on life. No one knows the story. But they say he's in a vegetative state or whatever. Let me see here. Last Battlefield game.
Yo, did you guys see that clip on Twitch with this chick literally like spread her ass cheeks on like in the camera, like all the way spread.
2018, by
Fucking
the way.
spread.
2018 is when the last Battlefield came out. And no, I saw the one that queefed.
Bro, this bitch like freaking spread her whole ass cheeks, bro.
You liked it, didn't you?
And her pussy, bro. Let me send you that video, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, bro. I watched that shit like 10, 15 times.
Yo, I can't believe the fucking Cash Me Outside. How about that? Made $1 million in one day from OnlyFans.
Yeah, but they should turn 18. Bad baby.
Bad Barbie.
Yeah, but it's actually pronounced Bad Baby, even though it says Bad Barbie.
It should be Bad Barbie. Yo, should I create an OnlyFans? I just want a tenth of that money
Yeah, man.
to pay my car off. And then
I think
Bro,
so.
do what you gotta do.
Oh,
to close that out.
I'm waiting for the drop, yo. Drop the link, man.
Drop the link.
Bro, drop the link in the chat, bro. Get these niggas subscribed, bro.
So what else do we need to talk about? Because I know there's some other things. Man, that shit fucked me up, man.
How are we gonna make you into an OnlyFans star, man?
Yeah, bro. I'm ready. I'm there day one.
So what else?
Days one,
what
bro.
else do we want to talk about?
I'm there before Returnal, bro. But let me know. I could drop the 70 on you. Let me know.
I can drop the 70 on you, bro. Nah, fuck that old ass wrinkle ass bitch. I'm dropping this shit on Josh's OnlyFans.
Yeah, man. I don't want that white pasty bitch. I got this long, luxurious Nubian king.
Long.
Your long curly hair, bro. I do not know your girth or width yet. The thing is, my girth and length changes in the summer.
You talking about
How
your?
so?
You talking
Does it
about
extend,
your legs?
extend in the sun?
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Huh? No, my
that
penis. I'm talking about my cock.
is it that vitamin D from the sun, yo?
I don't know what it is, man. I heard it one time in the Breakfast Club because Charlamagne was like, "Yeah, his penis does the same thing. When it comes to the summer, it just gets a bit extra length. I don't know if it's the warmth or what, but that shit looking a bit bigger." I'm like, oh,
It's the one.
okay.
Is your fucking family in your house? Yeah.
I told you, man. There's no one here. I'm home alone, bro.
um, I think that was pretty much. I mean, there was some stuff in the. Let me see, some stuff that we could probably touch on. Um, I mean, we basically touched.
Wait. Stop. Another going. He ain't dead.
He's on his way. He's not dead yet, bro. He's on his way, but he can still fight through this, man. Let's not write people's lives off too quick until they're confirmed dead.
Yeah.
For real.
Do you know what I mean?
They're gonna want to see him anyway, just because.
This is gonna be a theme, yo. Every time we finish our podcast, somebody fucking died.
Don't say that. I don't want that to be a theme.
I don't either.
Westfall's Rescue Foundation will be holding a prayer vigil outside the hospital. They say that he's in a vegetative state, but that was yesterday.
Oh damn!
Oh, they say he's
My
still.
nigga DMX.
They said that BuzzFeed News said DMX is still in the same condition.
What these bitches want from my nigga? Oh, bro, we gotta play some. Can we play some DMX on the way out, bro?
Hell no, that's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
fuck up our shit. So,
Huh? Why not, bro?
I didn't even want to look at this shit, yo. I was just.
We could talk about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to play some small clips.
Yeah.
What you say?
I said I hope it doesn't get copywritten.
It is. Fucking YouTube algorithm be like, oh!
Niggas playing DMX. No, I'm only playing little 5 seconds clips. So it won't get copyrighted.
Hey, yo, niggas must be out your fucking mind. Thinking dog can't pull another motherfucking rabbit out the hat. Check out my motherfucking feet.
That nigga that was a crazy nigga,
Wait,
man.
Demon? What is that? Is the song name?
Huh? Demonetized.
Demonetized.
Nigga, we ain't getting no money. Listen, tell your friends to watch our viewers and then we can get some money. We're going to get demonetized of 50 viewers, dog? Like, come on. Fuck off.
Yo, honestly, aren't we supposed to be talking about the giveaway? For Celine?
We can. There was some other stuff here.
Yeah, go on. That's what I was waiting for.
I mean, you guys started talking about DMX. I mean,
cut us the fuck off. You don't gotta make it like that. You cut us off.
I mean, that's kind of like hella disrespectful though. Like,
no, because it's hard to kind of keep everything. So yeah, what's the other subjects?
I mean, they're not really subjects, man, but just like some little stuff. Like
so basically, this is a new segment that I want to keep. Is that so at the end of the podcast, like any announcements? Do you know what I'm saying? Like church announcements.
Announcements like what?
Like the giveaway.
Oh yeah.
So we've got any church announcements?
Church?
Yeah, you know in church they'd be announcing shit. So on Sunday we're going over to Brother Smith's house to have a cookout. And we're trying to raise some money to get a new light.
I haven't been in church for so fucking long.
Yeah, they said the church announcements for us is, we got this shit going on. Don't worry. It's just, it's a poor joke. And I just thought because it was Easter, you know, yeah.
Don't toss that shit in there.
Get that shit out there, nigga.
He's still,
So,
he's still
dude,
sitting
I keep hearing in these Twitter streets that the PlayStation boys are giving a giveaway. And I have a one question for you. How does it work? Please let them know. Please let me know.
You can go ahead, Josh.
I'm gonna hold it on. We're gonna hold it on OnlyFans. So if you really want that fucking Salim, you're gonna have to see my BBC. Watch. Here's Magnificent Black. No, I'm good. But send it to me though. But I'm good.
I mean that LBC.
Shut up. No. We were thinking about basically giving an option of digital or physical, but you would have to give us your address though, so we could send it out to you using what do you call it? Using Amazon.
And please don't give your address on the chat. We have an email address that you can send your address to.
True.
But you have to be gone. Don't send it yet because we haven't given out the rules and shit. All you niggas that are in the chat, you better be in the Discord as well, motherfuckers. I don't want to see you coming in the chat.
Yeah, we're gonna do it through Discord. I forgot about that.
It's you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be through Discord, so don't fucking. And anyone that's coming in to listen to this podcast for the first time, don't try and like this shit and just think, oh shit, I'm about to get a free fraternal thing. No, you're not, motherfuckers, because we will be looking carefully at you niggas to make sure the right deserved person gets this shit.
Yo, right? we got to do an announcement the right way, yo.
Yo, we're just letting them know. We're just giving them the preliminaries because we ain't out fucking around, bro. Our whole ethos in the PlayStation culture family is you fuck with us, we'll fuck with you. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's it. So
post that link with a link for what?
If you're a Game Pass bootlegger that just wants to get some free shit, you get the fuck out of it, bro. Post the link. Post the link. No, post that link, fuck nigga.
Outriders. Yo, I think I found your solution, Lawrence. We've been
what for Outriders? Yeah, it's called Download Destiny 2.
No. For some real shit. They said that we've been observing a period of stability for some time now with players to be able to go back online. We are continuing to observe the situation for any further blips. We are here and we are still working on improving the solution.
It's post a link for Discord, though.
You're already in Discord.
I've been. You should be in the Discord, bro. Is Magnificent Black not in the Discord?
No, he changed it. He's talking about sending a link to my OnlyFans. That's what he was really talking about. And that's why he got the eyes.
Oh, this nigga wants that eggplant.
He want that LBC.
He want that El Chocolate.
They said turn off the GamePass servers. It's the only way to solve the issue.
That's embarrassing, yo.
You know the funny thing is, even though 50% of the people that's on PlayStation 5, we don't have like a rental service like Game Pass, so ours is working. I'm just saying you wouldn't have that problem at all on PlayStation 5. So sometimes you just get what you pay for. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, you felt vindicated saying that, didn't you? That looked like it came out so satisfying. Yo, that's funny, man. But yeah, as far as this giveaway, man, it kind of sounds like we're all over the place with it.
Well, then just step in.
Huh?
Just step in. Show us the right way.
Show
us the way.
No, I was just gonna like, or at least try to be a little bit clear, like what we're trying to do. So, for everybody in the chat, everybody who's watching right now, we're planning on doing a giveaway for Returnal. I know you guys probably already know that, but I'm just reiterating. We're trying to do a giveaway. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do it through the Discord. So, all of you guys who are already kind of like engaging and whatnot, you know, you'll have like probably the best chance of getting the actual winning the actual game. So we're not doing it through Twitter. We're not doing it through none of that stuff. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to build a community here. We want people to come in. We want people to engage. So we're not doing like this hit it and quit it type stuff. So I mean, if you want the game, you're gonna have to hop into Discord, and then we'll kind of give some more specifics that way. As far as the link, I don't know if you guys are gonna post it like in the description or where you're gonna post it, but
it's on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, so you could just hit that link and join the Discord, and we'll be dropping some more information, like probably throughout the weeks, stuff like that. Following the release of the game, just so we can all be on the same page as to like how we're gonna do all this stuff. But yeah, just keep an eye out for that and join the Discord, man. See what's popping over here. PlayStation Culture Podcast, man.
Was that really done so much better?
It was. Oh, and on top of that, if you're not following our Twitter, follow the Twitter, man. We're also pretty active up there too. So hit that Twitter. You can keep updated, whatever, when we go live, and just some other stuff that we'll be into as well. So,
what is the Twitter? Tell them the Twitter, bro.
Twitter is you can either do PlayStation Podcast or Culture of PS is the app. So you can just follow us there.
And if you want to follow the British boy, the sexy man called Dan with the plan, you can follow me at It's Daps, ITS Daps, D before the apps. Yeah, It's Daps.
And if you want to follow me, my OnlyFans is JDub303 at onlyfans.com. It's only like $1 to see whatever you want to see.
The lima bean.
That's cruel. Let me give my real fucking Let me give him a real thing, man. So my real handle is at Foxy Games UK.
Yeah.
And remember, play games, not corporations.
Oh, you do sound like him. I forgot. You get that fucking accent.
Yo, Foxy sounds more monotone though, man. I can't watch his videos, bro. His videos are freaking.
Foxy sounds like that next gen gamer dude that be doing the fucking Digital Foundry videos.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. Like
Foxy's a black guy as well. When I first started listening to him in the UK, I thought, oh, there's a white guy. That's okay. That's interesting. A white UK guy. Not that I'm racist. I'm just interested. But when I saw that nigga was black, I was like, this nigga is one monotone British nigga. Like,
yo, he's so monotone, bro. Like
when the girl said that's too expensive.
Yo, I tried watching some of his videos, man. Like when we had some big news, man. Like for the PlayStation, just some big news. Like everybody was talking about it, and he made that sound so boring. I'm like, I can't. It's just I can't watch this dude, man. He's too.
What say you?
Yeah, man.
That's so white, Play games, not play corporations, not games.
It's not corporations.
Corporations.
We can add. Don't forget to add Ken's Twitter handle. Is at KidSmooth.
Oh hell yeah! I'm just a little. It's the summer season. I'm just looking a little dark in the picture. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. That's an ugly motherfucker, yo. I'm sorry. He's so ugly, it angers me.
Why do you want to fuck him?
You ever see something ugly and you're like, "Yeah, that's so mean. I'm sorry. God forgive me."
Oh man.
Shay ain't the most attractive dude ever, but he's just so irritating looking, yo. He's not ugly. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. He has a very punchable face.
Oh, 100%.
Everything he says is very like he needs a good old Falcon punch. That's what he
Dude,
needs.
and he's so hypocritical about. He says one thing on one hand, and then he destroys his own point in the next three afterwards. I'm like,
I
dude.
don't know what he's doing. Is he just like what his game is? I just want to just be like Falcon punch. Just fucking.
He just wants to get views and likes, bro.
Bro, he's been super active, man. Like ever since this whole thing with Bethesda, bro. And now all this like stuff going on
in 4K, yo. We call his shit in 4K, yo. He was like, Bethesda games are trash. So many screenshots, yo. Oh boy, so many screenshots. This nigga was a complete hypocrite. Man, that shit is stupid, yo. Stupidity, yo. I can't deal with it.
Yo, Magnificent Black made it into the Discord, bruh. What's up?
Yo,
Welcome, bro.
You can only stay in the Discord, yo, if you have an OnlyFans.
Did you guys want to talk about anything else, man? Because I mean, there's really
there's nothing much to talk about. Oh, I'm just I've got an OnlyFans myself. It's called BBC One.
Yeah, drop that link, bro.
It's called DAPS.
British Black.
Black.com. Yo, who wanna see me dip my cock in chocolate? I'm sorry.
Me.
You ain't gonna tell the difference though. People like, what is he dipping it in water? Oh shit, yo. Okay, well I guess we're done. You know, we don't have anything to talk about.
Bro.
You sure? You sure we don't have anything to talk about? You said,
I mean, there was some of this little stuff, man, that I put in here. You know, some of it. Some of it we touched on already. I mean, like Ratchet and Clank, you already mentioned that. I mean, if you just wanted to bring it back up, the fact that Ratchet and Clank got a 60 frames update, which is awesome. If you guys haven't played that game is awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, you can feel that's definitely the first game because I played Up Your Arsenal and that shit. He said L chocolate. There's a lot of mechanics that are not there, you know. So, but this one is a pretty good game. I mean, it was always cheap, so yeah, 60 frames per second is absolutely flawless, sublime.
Yeah, man, I want to go back and get the platinum for it. I enjoyed it a lot on the PS4. I haven't gone back to play it for this new update just yet. I think I downloaded it, but I'll get to it when I get the chance. But yeah, that's cool, man. They had the 60 frames update or whatever. First Ratchet and Clank game in the series, blah blah blah. So, I mean, if you guys are into that stuff, if you're into the Ratchet and Clank series, I mean, that's obviously something to check out if you haven't played it. Even if you have played it, I mean, it's probably worth it just to go back and just sort of experience the game again in the 60 frames. So
it's one of the longest running original IPs that Sony has.
Yo, you know what, man? I'm gonna be honest. Like going from 30 to 60 is such a massive difference, man.
It's huge, bro.
Such a big difference.
Huge. Like sometimes I'm playing these 30 frame games and I'm like, bro.
Ugh. That's what you think, yo.
Bro. Yeah, and
somebody else said that shit, yo. I think that was it was Magnificent Black. That nigga said that shit, yo. He was like, I've been spoiled. I'm not gonna lie to you. As long as you can make the response time like low as you can go when it comes to the 30 frames per second game, I'm okay with it.
I'll play it, but if you give me an option, nigga, I'm taking that performance mode.
It's funny because I picked Spider-Man. I don't play that game in 60 frames a second. I played in 30.
I think you can get away with it on that game though.
But it does feel a lot better. Let's not get it fucked up. Still
I
no
haven't touched
Horizon
the game
Zero
in.
Dawn update. Yo, I'm telling you, I don't know if you're black or not, Umar, yo, but if you are black, that's why they're not talking to you. Them, yo,
Yo, I'm gonna be honest.
them Dutch people are like, fuck them niggas. I'm like,
Yo, I have not touched Spider-Man Miles Morales in fidelity mode, man. I played it from in performance from the beginning, yo, and I still have it in performance. I can't do it, yo. The 30 frames is killing me, yo. It's
don't do it back to back, man. That shit will look like a slideshow.
It does. I actually did though. Like I tested them both out, like just to see how they looked, because a lot of people were talking about the ray tracing and all that, and I was like, you know what, man, whatever. Let me just check it out. See what it's all about. And and I went from 60 to the fidelity, and that shit was like a fucking.
It does look. It looks like a slideshow. So here's the thing, though. We haven't even seen the
It was a
the
fucking
ramifications of what this would look like. We haven't seen like what a full PlayStation 5 game running at 30 frames per second would look like. I mean, yeah, we're throwing in ray tracing and shit like that, but let's be clear about this. It could look better. It could look better than the games that we experienced. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got another subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. We appreciate it.
Oh, you know what, man? You know another thing that we could talk about once I kind of get some of this stuff out of the way. Another developer came out and said that they think that the PS5's SSD is going to be like game changing down the line, due to the capabilities.
What down the line? Sorry.
Like it's going to be like a big game changer. Like right now, we're not really seeing a lot of the capabilities of the hardware because they're not.
It's only been out for 4 months, bro.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
people
exactly.
people don't understand. I'm trying to tell you that that Mark Cerny's been saying it. I'm trying to say. Let me hear him real quickly. Hold on. I'm gonna try to mimic this nigga to a fucking T. Hold on. Let me see Mark Cerny so I can get his shit. Mark
We
Cerny.
can get into that. Let me kind of go over some of this other stuff.
I just want to hear how he
so-
talks real quick. Go on.
Are you
So
guys?
the rat-
Are you guys staying on Discord after the podcast?
I mean, we can.
Yeah, we can. I don't mind. But yeah, 60 frames for Ratchet and Clank. I'm not even gonna talk about outright.
What is it?
Fuck that game.
What is it?
What?
What did you say? You keep cutting out because your internet.
My internet booty, yo. No, I was saying we talked about Ratchet and Clank. I was gonna say I was gonna bring up Outriders, but to be honest, I don't really want to talk about that shit, man. Fucking weak ass game.
Yo,
I mean,
Mark Sony's been said this shit, yo. He's like, I told you that the SSD. I can't even do it without laughing. Stop laughing. I can do it right. I've told y'all, bitch niggas, that the SSD will actually make games look exponentially better. And you guys didn't even listen to me. I made like an hour video for you guys to express. If I watched it long enough, I'd be able to know that shit.
This nigga Mark Cerny, boy.
Y'all bitch ass niggas don't even listen. I really don't understand like how clear could I have made it. I spoke slow to you guys, and you guys didn't even listen. And I just want to know, what are you stupid? Are you retarded?
Oh yeah. For real though, I'm being real. Mark's, you know, Mark Cerny's so smart, man. That guy is fucking smart, dude. He must look at some people and think, you niggas are
y'all
like
are some dumb fucking people, yo. Look
look
at
come on and talk to us. You don't
Dre
want to talk on
laughing.
stage. I don't have time.
Dre laughing. I'm telling you, that's what he's probably saying. He laid it out for everybody. I mentioned that now it's dangerous to actually look at the teraflop numbers, and you still thought whatever you wanted to think. I just didn't understand that. How could you possibly be so stupid? And you still believe whatever you wanted to believe? And we gave you examples that Digital Foundry actually presented to you guys. And even they were confused as to why it was going on. And I've been told you that the numbers of teraflops and SSD was going to actually make the difference, more so than the numbers. And you still wanted to believe what you wanted to believe. So the next time you ask a stupid ass question, I'm just going to slap the shit out of you, just to be sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Gorilla.
With
Gorilla.
my PlayStation embroidered gloves.
Gorilla Games is slow too, but so is Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog didn't update their shit either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like B tier developers that updated the shit quicker than the A tier developers.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
put
like the Naughty Dog one's going to come when they release the factions.
Factions, yeah.
yeah,
They
I put that link for the SSD thing in the Discord if you guys want to take a look at it.
Yeah, I think I took a peek. I'm gonna take a look at it again. But yeah, man, niggas don't listen. They don't listen. Like I don't know. I told you guys they made that shit move fast, not because of loading times. They made it like load fast like that because it's supposed to load chunks, like visual chunks, before you can turn around. Let me see. Sony needs more studios like Insomniac to listen to their fans. Nigga, nobody. The fans don't even listen, Umar. They don't listen. They don't listen. You say anyone. Can someone wake them up? You ain't gonna say nothing when you see how pretty fucking Horizon Forbidden West looks like. You ain't gonna say shit. You gonna be quiet as kept.
Yeah, let me read this real quick. So, it says the Godfall dev expects that the PS5 SSD will be the biggest overall game changer in the next few years. And then this is the quote that he said. He said, over the next few years, I'd expect that the SSD may be the biggest overall game changer as we move from generic engine code designed to run on a PC or PC hand-tuned streaming pipeline developed specifically for the PS5. We should see amazing leaps in both content details as well as the speed with which this content loads. This says this won't just mean denser open worlds, but that load faster but super detailed small environments.
Yeah. The paradigm is going to switch, on how you make games. It's going to go from just loading, just barely loading the shit to you have so much speed that you'll be able to load the details. So I think there's going to be layers of the environment. And this is how they're going to make the shit cross-gen until they just let that shit go all together. You're going to have the polygons, right? You're gonna have to. I haven't played that. If they bring that shit down to $15, I may just purchase it. Godfall. But they're gonna have like the polygon. They're gonna have make it like the polygons, then the textures, and then the actual the details, like the big like micro details, and then like even more details, and then they'll be able to basically port the game based off of the layers that they remove. I think the reason why, and I've been mulling over this for a while, I think the reason why we are having trouble with Guerrilla Games having trouble with putting it with making that shit is I think that they have a separate team making a PS4 version. Like they're making a different version for the PS4 with the gameplay intact, and the PS5 version is going to be its own evolutionary engine. You know what I mean? That's why I think they're not really making that fucking speed boost. And
it is crazy right now, man, because the games that are out look incredible on the PS5. Like Demon Souls, obviously. I know that they use like code from the PS3 version and everything, but even with what they do have, they reconstructed a lot of the game, pretty much all of it. And it's just. It looks amazing, dude. I mean, they've added animations and stuff like that.
We haven't seen anything yet. We haven't seen anything
yet. Bro, we haven't seen anything. I can't wait, man, because all this slander that Sony's getting right now over some of this stuff that they've been doing, although I feel like a lot of it is out of context anyway, it's going to go right out the window, bro. As soon as we start seeing some of these games that are coming out specifically for the PS5, taking advantage of the hardware and the SSD and whatever. I mean, just the way that this is even worded, bro. Like it just sounds amazing to me, man. Denser worlds, faster loading times. You know what I'm saying? More detailed environments.
Man, if only you can fix your internet.
Yo, did I go out?
You bought it like crazy. But when you say
What was the last thing I was saying?
denser, a little.
No, I was just saying, like, looking at the article, man, like, just even the way it's worded, the fact that we'll have like denser worlds, detailed environments, and faster loading times and stuff like that. Like, even that sounds amazing to me, man. And just with the stuff that we have right now, like Demon Souls and Spider-Man, like those look amazing, and I'm sure God of War is gonna look amazing, and what you call it, Horizon, when that comes out. I don't even think any of that stuff is going to like come close to what the PS5 will be capable of in the next couple of years. So the only thing that sucks is that we have to wait, which is fine. But
I have never like seen a game like Horizon when it first came out. Like I did not think that was a possibility. At all. I was like, I mean, Uncharted looked nice, but it was linear. But to have a living, breathing world that has day and night cycles and all this other shit, I was like, there ain't no fucking way. There's no fucking way to shit running on a PS4. Like, get the fuck out of here. And sure enough, it was sitting pretty. So
still, looks incredible.
The reason why they made what they made for this console, like the reason why they just didn't say like just make something more powerful, because there are diminishing returns. They will be able to load up immediate detail within an area. When I say detail, I'm talking about like micro fucking grains of sand type shit detail.
The Unreal Engine type detail.
No,
like, yo,
that's not even it's going to be beyond that. It's going to be beyond
you
that.
think so?
Yeah, well, because that's not micro detail. The Unreal Engine has already been surpassed graphically, except for the ray tracing aspect. But there's places in Demon Souls that, especially when you play the 4K version, there are that one area where you go down in the first first area, and you go into that like dank area with the fucking looks like a cafeteria looking thing. Like, I think I showed you a picture about that shit, Ken. It's so dense. It's dense. Like, micro details. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see pieces of rock. Like, tiny, tiny pieces of rock. Which is done by tessellation. You're going to be able to see that often. Not just a high polygon statue that they can replicate over and over again. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be on some other shit. Like, if you look at the environments, it wasn't like micro detail. It just was more detail. Micro detail means you don't need a texture to give the illusion of like detail. It'll be actual geometry, like real dents and divots in your shit.
Yo, man, I didn't even realize like how much detail Demon Souls had. And to be honest, it's kind of unfortunate, man, because like a lot of people are just going to like write off some of the crazy amount of detail that game has, man. Like, I was playing it and I was like looking around and I was breaking stuff, and I'm like messing around just trying to see like how dense the world actually was. Because like before the game came out, they were talking about like like we reconstruct this game like from the ground up, and it's worthy of a remake because of how much time and effort we put into like the detail for the game. And I get it, because like when you play it, there's so much detail, bro. It's crazy, and it sucks because a lot of people are like just downplaying it a little bit, and it's just like, dude, this game looks so great, man. Like, you just don't, like, the amount of detail is insane.
What other subjects we're going to talk about? Was this one that I want to touch upon? And don't forget, Dan still has he's 5 hours ahead of us, so we don't want to push his shit.
Yeah.
I
mean, did you have anything to say about it, Dan?
About what?
What this developer said about the SSD?
About what?
Oh, nigga, the SSD dope, bro. I don't know what to say. I go by my Lord and Savior, Mark Cerny. If that nigga said it's good to me. That's my point.
Mark. Well, the games that we have now don't even utilize the SSD like that. Like none of them do. Not even fucking. I would say the closest thing would be Godfall. Like even Demon Souls still has a bit of a loading time for each area. You know what I'm saying? And the PS5, I know could do better than that. I know it could do better than that. It's you know it's still using a different way of or the old way of doing things. So I mean the stuff that we like, if they can get Ghost of Tsushima to just instantly load areas that they have to slow it the fuck down. And I think I said this shit before. I told this to Magnificent Black. I literally tested it. They are deliberately slowing down Ghost of Tsushima on a mechanical hard drive, no less. They're slowing it down so you can read the hints. I basically put Ghost of Tsushima on the SSD, which we all know it should work faster. It may not be natively like designed for it, but it should load faster because it's not.
Yeah, I heard they did that with Like a Dragon. They've slowed it down so they can show you hints.
Right. I put it on the SSD, and it's the same exact load times, whether you have it on the SSD or not. There's a timer on that shit to allow for. I know a lot of people didn't fucking attend that fucking university, but yeah, like it loads regardless. It loads the same regardless of where you put it because it's fast. So if they could do that on a mechanical hard drive, you know, they could do it anywhere. The last topic I wanted to talk about is the possible games that's going to come out. I know we spoke about this before, but it's always fun to kind of talk about really quickly. The game that I actually am thinking about that they're going to release soon, and they're probably going to show it this summer, is going to be, and mark your calendars. Mark certainly your calendars.
Mark certainly your calendars.
Bloodborne Remaster is going to come out this summer, or later on this year. In the same fashion that it looks like in Demon Souls, it will look like for Bloodborne.
I hope so. That'd be great, man. Bloodborne was one of the best games of last generation, bro.
I speak to a lot of different developers, you know, and they told me, and I can't really say, I don't want to get them fired or anything like that, but they already told me, they showed me, and no, they didn't do any of this. They didn't do any of this. This is just my assumption. They just got quiet and shit. Huh?
What?
What?
They were like, shut your ass.
They probably believe me. They were like, shit. People believe whatever they want to believe. If they want to believe that Bloodborne is coming out, they'll believe me. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, man, I think Ratchet and Clank is going to be a lot better than what people think.
Yo, you know, I think guy said that he said that he said if you think that the Ratchet and Clank for the PS4 looks good, he said it's going to look like an old ass game when you see fucking what do you call it? Rift Apart, man. He said that shit is way outclassed.
Yo, even looking at some of the gameplay online, man, for Ratchet and Clank 2016, like Rift Apart looks way better, man. I mean, like the way the facial animations, I mean, the detail in his face and stuff like that, you know, it just looks a lot better. The denser environments and stuff. Like, I didn't even notice it was that big of a difference, but it is.
It really is. Then you have a 30 frames and 60 frames per second mode too. Most likely will turn off the ray tracing.
I can't wait to see like some of the other mechanics in the game that they're going to do. I mean, obviously at the core, it's going to be a Ratchet and Clank game, but I mean, just look at what they were doing in the demo, bro, where you were jumping in and out of like vortexes and stuff like that.
I think it's going to do successful. I think it's going to be successful. And don't forget, for other games that's coming out, right? I think that fucking you got Silent Hill too.
I can't wait, man. Like, look, man, I want to say this too, man, because a lot of people are talking about Sony being super quiet right now, and they are. And to be honest, man, I don't. Part of me is like, you know, I don't like the fact that they're so quiet. Maybe they could be a little bit more vocal. But another part of me is like, maybe it's part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? Where they are quiet and some of this stuff is going on right now. But when they talk, like say, like for example, right now, right? We have Returnal coming out this month, and then we have Deathloop coming out next month, and then we have Ratchet coming out the following month. I mean, if you look at the time, Ratchet and Clank comes out June 11th, which is right around the time for E3. And I know we talked about this already, but it would be like a perfect segue from from having all of those games come out right month after month, and then drop some banger stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like right around E3 time, or whatever, and then we get to kind of see like what's going on later on in the year.
That's what I think their plan is. That's what I think
Facts,
their
bro.
plan
You gotta understand, Umar. Yo, fucking Miles Morales is not a full game, regardless of how you look at it. It borrows like the whole city. You know what I'm saying? So they had enough time to refine the animations and add new moves and have new cutscenes and
and
shit
there's
like
a
that. But
reason
don't
why it's
get
not called Spider-Man 2.
right.
And
And
that's
what I'm
the very
saying
reason.
is that when people say that it's a full game, it's not.
Nah, sort of like an intro game. It's not DLC.
It's not.
But
It's DLC is smaller than that. So I would say it's a spin off
yeah, it's
more
a
so than
spin-off using
anything.
the same assets.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was more impressive to see what do you call that shit again? That Naughty Dog did, the Lost Legacy. That was a completely different game.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
That game was awesome.
It was a different
Oh,
game.
what? Sorry, Josh. I mean, Ken.
Huh?
What did you say about Lost Legacy?
No, I said it was awesome. I loved it.
But notice how we don't hear anything, and then you guys were forgetting. We it is a game, but it still uses multiple like old assets. I will say this though. We were talking about MLB, right? And you guys know that the what do you call it? MLB, the show was made by San Diego Studios. They are actually making a different game than baseball,
They are.
and nobody knows what that
Yeah,
is.
I'm looking forward to seeing what that is.
Oh man, that's gonna be so hype, bro. I can't wait.
So there's that. There is
London Studios working on some shit.
you gotta understand, like Guerrilla Games has not made anything past 2017. It's been 4 years. They showed one cutscene, which we don't even know if that's a real cutscene or is that an engine. We don't know what it is, but they've been focusing on one game, so you know whatever they have been doing is large as fuck. The Last of Us just came out last year. You know what I'm saying? They have some other games that they are going to come out with. But they just wrapped up the game.
Don't forget we've got Ben.
Guerrilla Games, you can't even. Guerrilla Games, they haven't made anything for so long. I mean, at least Naughty Dog's excuse is that they just came out with one. And the same thing with Sucker Punch. They just came out with a game. So better believe that Horizon Forbidden West is going to be a big ass game.
I can't wait, man.
So there's that, and then
Do
you
we still
and
think
then you
it
have
gets
God of War.
this year?
Huh?
I think it will.
I think that game is going to definitely come out this year. They have a lot of
Holiday.
I think it's
A nice holiday release.
Probably. They even just released something before because I don't see y'all guys don't know this, but today is Aloy's birthday.
I saw it on Twitter, yeah.
No, they didn't randomly come up with that. I already knew that it was Aloy's birthday because on one of the main missions, she finds out like she sees her pod from 19 years ago, and they said that basically her gestation was complete April 4th of the year 3021, I believe. So yeah, that was already in the lore that she was, that she was born April 4th. So if anybody that want to smash, she's an Aries. She works hard.
What they really want to know is,
What do you say?
I said, what they really want to know is she sexually compatible with you, Josh?
No, she doesn't like men. I'm pretty sure she's gonna go. She's gonna go after that. She's gonna go
You could
after
turn her, bro.
She's gonna go after Petra, yo. Petra, she's gonna sit on Petra's face, yo.
Yo, honestly, man, I really think we're probably gonna get a Horizon trailer I'm not gonna say right after Returnal, man, but probably
It's gonna be
um
around after Returnal, for sure.
yes, yeah, it's gonna be afterwards. I don't know how much further afterwards. I don't know if it's gonna be like right after, but
And
I really do think that like following these next couple of months, like after they drop these games, then they're gonna start dropping some more big stuff, man. I think Horizon's gonna be one of them.
it is. And it's gonna be a big, and
Yo,
they're gonna show multiplayer too. And
just
God of War is gonna come out in 2022. Yeah.
you were just talking about just to kind of speculate on some of the stuff that they might come out with. Um, like right now we know that London Studio is working on another AAA game. Um, we know that Ben Studio is working on something. San Diego is working on something. Um, who else is working on stuff? I mean, we know that some of the bigger ones, obviously.
Santa Monica's working on something other than God of War as well.
And
We
then
just don't
and
know
then
what.
we just found out that Media Molecule is being supported even harder.
So they showed.
Oh, that's yeah, because that was the other thing I wanted to touch on, man, because I thought that was interesting. Because a lot of people are talking about how Media Molecule is kind of like dying or whatever, obviously, and it's obviously not the case. Sony's like backing what they're doing, and I don't know if that means like another game or if it's just to bolster Dreams.
Dreams is gonna come
But
out on
either way,
PC. Is
The
what's gonna
best way to
happen.
bolster Dreams is make it free to play or put it on PS Plus. People would fuck with that, man. We would support that.
Well, not only that, but they're gonna put it on PC. Number one, for
And
sure.
PC, like it needs to go
Right?
to
That's
PC.
what they mean by that. But the next game that they're gonna make, it has to be a traditional game for sure. They already got their
Hmm.
Dream game out, and they made Dreams. All right, fine, you're done. All right, cool. Now, Lawrence, you talk about some Horizon Zero Dawn patch by April. It's not going to look pretty. Sony doesn't care about you. Just be honest here. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. It doesn't even matter. It won't affect your purchase either. So you might as well, if you don't like what I'm saying, you might as well take that PS5 back and continue on with your Outriders. Don't buy another PS5.
yo, what do you guys think of, because there was a rumor going around, or I don't know if I'd say going around, but there was a dude who said that Polyphony Digital might be working on an RPG and an open world Gran
That's what
Turismo.
Umar just
Like,
said too. I can
huh?
see. Umar just said that he just posted it in there. I can see them doing that.
Yeah.
To keep things fresh, because if you stay on one genre, man, you don't expand. You know what I'm saying? Now I will say this. I'm gonna say this, Lawrence. You remember how you keep saying that having a game cross-platform sucks, and you can't utilize the full capabilities? I believe the reason why they haven't made a patch is because they are literally making a PS4 version, right? They're going to make a PS4 version of Forbidden West. It is not going to be a port where they turn off features. It's going to be basically from the ground up on a PS4 and from the ground up, or an evolution of the engine on a PS5.
I hope that's the
I
case, to
think
be honest with
that's
you,
what's
man.
really
Because
going on with
I hope
them
so. I hope so,
specifically.
bro.
yeah, I really hope so, because the last thing I want is to see them do like a PS4 version and then like remaster it basically for the PS5. Like I don't want to see that. Like I would love to see them if they did do like their own PS4 version and then their own PS5 version to take advantage of the hardware. And I'm not talking about like faster loading times. I mean like actually take advantage of the hardware. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I'm insinuating. That's what I believe is going on. So that's what I think is really happening behind the scenes. Um, and that's pretty much what I think that they're so quiet now. Santa Monica Studios is hard at work. I mean, they just released God of War almost 2 years ago. Let PD go out of their comfort zone. Yeah, because they again, that's why Naughty Dog is so good. Were so good when it came to their games.
You had to correct that real quick.
Naughty Dog never stayed at for the same game. You know what I'm saying? They never stayed with the same game. They made Crash Bandicoot, right? And then they weren't content with that type of formula, so they expanded themselves and made Jack and Dexter. Weren't content with the cartoon formula, and then they expanded that shit and made it a realistic game. they weren't content with that, and they made a multiplayer game, which was Uncharted 2, and they weren't content with the playfulness, and they made like a super realistic, violent M-rated game, and then now they're stagnant. You
With
know what I'm saying?
lesbians.
No, I'm not. There's the same game that they keep making over and over again, the cinematic thing, and I feel like that's gonna hurt them. Naughty Dog, not Naughty Dog, Guerrilla Games literally transformed, making just constant shooters, and then they spread their wings, or in my perverted mind, they spread their legs and made the fucking Horizon Zero Dawn, and it allowed for the studio to be fresh. You know what I'm saying? There's so many rumors and shit out there. This MLB mix up or mishap or whatever. It's just, I mean, everybody's gonna have a blip. You gotta miss sometime. You know what I'm saying? Because
It's gonna blow over, man.
Sony really didn't miss for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You can't be perfect all the time. You know what I'm saying? People are itching to see Sony. They probably looking at PlayStation and Sony. Damn, these niggas never miss. Miss, nigga, damn. Keep fucking hitting it out the park. You getting on my nerves, man. You always think you better than everybody. And I think that's what's going on with PlayStation. Any little thing, they're like, they're closing down a 20-year-old store. That's a miss. I mean, you know what I mean? So I think that's why people are not liking. And Nintendo already had their miss. They missed hardcore with the Wii U. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't that long ago. That was a hard fucking miss.
Yo, and also like with Insomniac too, bro. Like Insomniac was a great acquisition, man, because they put out 3 games. They put out Spider-Man in 2018, Miles Morales, obviously, 2020 with the launch of the PS5, and then they did. It was Insomniac, right? That did the remake for Ratchet and Clank, right? It wasn't another studio.
No, it was Insomniac. Yep.
Okay, yeah, they did that too, and then obviously now they're working on Ratchet and Clank.
And then Ratchet and Clank, that wasn't even a full Ratchet. That wasn't the full Ratchet and Clank, either. That was part of Ratchet and Clank. Right, the original Ratchet and Clank is a lot longer.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
I never played the original.
I mean, you get the gist of it. You know what I'm saying? I think at one point it was supposed to be like in pieces. You know what I mean? But I think they scrapped that idea somewhere before the game came out and decided to make, the Spider-Man and the other shit that they're doing. They kind of recalibrated. And now they got a nice little basis to reboot the fucking franchise, and that's where we get the Rift Apart. You know what I'm saying? So
I really hope Sony acquires either Blue Point or Housemarque.
Why they gotta acquire them though? Why they have to acquire? Why they gotta acquire them? Like, I don't understand. It's not like, why?
I mean, they don't necessarily have to. I mean, obviously they have, like their third party and second party deals or whatever for the exclusives, but I think it would be a great fit for like the actual their studios. And I think it would also bring like another kind of dynamic to the studios that they already have. I mean, especially like right now, a lot of people are talking about this whole thing about closing down the stores and all that. I mean, Blue Point would be great, to be able to start like remaking some like old IP. I would think that would be great, man.
They misquoted what do you call it, Jim Ryan. And in case you want to know what I'm doing, my hair got a fucking knot in it, which is annoying. They misquoted Jim Ryan. He said that why would anybody want to play this? And he was basically talking about making like updated versions of the games. Like why play this ugly ass shit when you could just have an updated version of the same game? But people like to take shit out of context. We believe in generations. He said it. I saw it. You know what I'm saying? So, and he was like, yo, we do believe in generations, but we still got to do what we got to do. Niggas still got to eat. So we do got to do this cross-generation shit for at least now so they can get that bread. You know, I'm also happy. This is the last subject because I know this shit's been running on and on. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I need to wrap up soon because it's like 3 a.m. here. Nearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say this real quick. I can't even think about what the fuck I was going to say. Oh, I'm glad that Sony is doing they're doing well in Japan. Now they consistently sell like 60,000 copies a week instead of the fucking 8,000.
That's great.
Hell yeah.
And it's only because they have copies now. You know what I mean? My friend finally got his PS5. Finally.
Nice.
I'm like, gosh, darn it, man. That motherfucker was pissed. He was, yo, you should see the messages, yo. He was like, oh, fuck Sony. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Stupid fucking butthole, stop the flight. I'm like, okay. Anyway, thank you guys for rocking out with us. I know this has been very fucking long. I tried to stop it, y'all. I tried it. I tried to, but you know.
Yo, that MLB GamePass shit, man, had us going.
MLB.
Go to some pizza. We getting hungry here. That's the round table talk. Y'all ain't getting shit, yo. Go, yo. Round table feed y'all. We just give you information.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna watch. I didn't watch Thrash's live stream earlier today. So
I was in it. It was very interesting, yo, because it was a lot of different perspectives and a lot of misinformation that was corrected. But anyway, take care, guys. I'm gonna talk to you about that as soon as we get off. Because I mean, do you have a couple of moments, Ken?
Couple of to talk. Yeah, I can talk. Let me just say, just to do some housekeeping stuff, man. You know, make sure you guys follow us on Twitter, and we can put all that stuff in the. You said you have it on the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, like it's on the banner. So basically, if you're on your phone, you find a channel, right, and then you go to about. When you go to about, it'll literally give you a breakdown of your Twitter, Twitch, and all the other shit.
Yeah, man. So
like
yep. So make sure you guys follow us on our social media, Twitter mainly. That's where we're the most active. Whatever we give like constant updates on stuff. You know, we always just talk some PlayStation stuff, which is awesome. As well as I know we kind of we touched on it earlier, but you know, I just wanted to reiterate it again. We're going to be doing this Returnal giveaway. So just to kind of end the show with that. Make sure you guys follow us in the Discord, as well as follow us on Twitter, and you know we'll kind of piece out some information for that too. Following the release.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're gonna give you some more information, but I had to stop it right here. What's wrong with Supernova? Wanted to go before we cut out. What's wrong with Supernova? If you could say that real quick before we close out.
Oh, I don't know, bro. I haven't been.
That's no. He's saying that Supernova was like, yo, he was like, I wasn't there. Supernova really didn't say too much. Just to let you know. He didn't say too much. Let me see. If Final Fantasy VII Remake still is a PS exclusive, I mean, we know it's coming out for PC. It'll come. You know what I'm saying? But Sony has a lot to balance. Sony has to balance all this shit to make sure that everybody eats instead of just them. Because Nintendo doesn't know how to balance that shit.
If that shit doesn't go to Xbox, bro.
What you say?
I said it'll be so funny if that game doesn't go to Xbox.
Oh, he said I can't stand them. Yo, if you're in Discord, yo, are you in Discord? Yo, follow that link to Discord, yo. I want to hear your fucking thoughts on that. I don't know why you can't. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just curious. He didn't really say.
Yo, my bad, Josh. No, I just wanted to say, shout out. I see Umar in the chat. He said I follow you guys. Thanks. Shout out, man. Yo, you've been freaking in here like crazy, bro. So
yeah, Umar's been fucking repping from day one, mate. He's a day one fucking believer in us. And I appreciate that.
You know why? Love. Yo, Umar has first dibs on my OnlyFans. That's why he's here. That dude thirsty for content, yo.
Hold tight, Umar. Big up, Umar. Umar, this moment's for you, my friend.
We got something, we got something special for you, yo. We got something special for you, Umar.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna make, yo, even if no one pitches in, I'm gonna make sure I have something special for you guys, or for Umar specifically.
We got something common for you, Imar.
Wait, is it long? Is it dark? And does it have a?
And is it girthy? Is it girthy and veiny?
Nigga, my dick ain't dark. I got a light skinned dick, first of all.
Nah, you gotta take that shit out and sunbathe that shit in the woods sometimes, bro.
But I will say it's a pencil dick, so there's that. Girls don't like that shit. Nigga, damn! Nigga surgically implanting shit in my ovary, shit. I guess.
All right. Well, I don't know if there was anything else you guys wanted to kind of touch on. I mean, that was pretty much what I wanted to say about the social media Returnal real quick.
We'll keep you posted on that shit, especially like if you're in the and I mean it, man. I mean it. I got a gift card for you. You know, you just keep rocking out. It's ridiculous. You're there all the time, yo. I'm like, Jesus. But no. So yeah. Thank you guys for rocking out, whatever. And you guys take care, man. Be back
Yeah, guys. Yeah, you guys have a good night. Rest of your night.
Peace.
Yeah, man.
Peace out.
Wait, why you say what the fuck for? Oh, no, don't exit. You gotta